What's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their bag like, what's up?
What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast. A podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their bag like, what's up?
What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. What's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturday slot. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturday slot. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari in persona, got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to another episode of the What's Up PlayStation Podcast, episode 114 to be exact. And yes, guys, we are here. It's another Saturday morning, so you guys know the vibes and how we get down. It's a Saturday morning. The mood is right. We're going to have some fun, show it how it's done. What's Up PlayStation Podcast. For those people that are new to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast, we are a PlayStation-centric podcast where we talk about the latest. And I mean the greatest, the good, the bad, the ugly news of PlayStation throughout the week. I am one of your hosts, Jay Bari, and I got the best list on YouTube. It is a pleasure seeing you guys in the chat as usual. I see the beautiful PlayStation Nation within the chat. And oh man, today is going to be a very magical, and I mean magical episode for the What's Up PlayStation Podcast, man. But like I said, guys, I am just one of the hosts of the What's Up PlayStation Podcast. I am here to introduce the second host, the second host of the What's Up PlayStation podcast. It's two people at the helm of this ship here. When we go left, we both go left. When we go right, we both go right. Sometimes Persona, he wants to go left, but I'm tugging over right. But sometimes I want to go right. He's tugging over left. But that's a good dynamic of how we flow and how we do things here at What's Up PlayStation, man. So let me introduce the host of the most, the king of queens himself, the God, Mr. Hogwarts Legacy himself. Give me what Persona. Your Persona was good.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. Hey yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Persona, gaming with Persona, and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. And yo, man, I'm glad to be here, man. Another Saturday morning, episode 114 of What's Up PlayStation podcast. We got a lot of great things to talk about this week, man. We also got an amazing, wonderful guest this week as well. A lot of gaming talk, right? In the bonus, Bari, 2 episodes of The Last of Us that we got to talk about this week. It's a lot to talk about, and I know the conversation is going to be good because, man. But listen, man, I'm happy to be here. I always say it, man. There's nothing I look forward to more than the Saturday morning podcast, spending it with my bro Bari, and spending it with the PlayStation Nation, man, with our community, man. Shout out to the WUPS Nation. Shout out to our WUPS members. Shout out to the subscribers, the lurkers, the new people that's just finding our channel saying, hold on, is that a PlayStation-centric podcast? Let me pop in and see if they really are talking about PlayStation. Of course we are. So yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, man. But Bari, it ain't just me and you this week, man. We also got a very, very special guest, man. Let the people know who we got, brother.
Yeah, we have a very, very magical special guest. Somebody that's been really, dope and cool within the gaming community. Somebody we fairly met pretty recently, but overall we already know this person keeps it a buck. This person is very genuine, very authentic when it comes to her opinions and her thoughts on gaming, and just overall a great person within this community. Let us introduce our Persona, because if you guys do Twitter space, if you guys on Twitter, you know how cool this person can be. You know what I mean? When she agreed to be a guest on the podcast today, we know today was going to be a good day.
Absolutely. And she's part of the Ladies Night podcast, man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies Night podcast as well.
So, let's introduce Kendra, Miss KS_Mac in the building. Callie is in the building. Yo, we got a lot of Callie
Slytherin.
guests. The Slytherin.
Slytherin gang, Slytherin gang with their roaches. My fault. I'm about to beat myself while I said that.
Uh-oh. Well, yo, Kendra, what's up?
Yo, Kendra, what's good? What's going on, man? Introduce yourself to the people.
What's good? Persona, I get you for those roaches with Slytherin. We don't got no roaches, first of all. But good morning, everybody. Good morning to everybody in the chat. It's early on the West Coast, y'all. I love y'all. It is real early. It's like 8-something. So I got up for everybody. Come up on here. It is an honor to be on WUPS podcast this morning. I'm really excited to chat with you guys and get into these games and interact with the people in the chat. I see y'all was cracking. Good morning. I gotta do my what's up, from
what's up?
We in here, y'all. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate you waking up early with us. Because we understand, Allie, you guys are 3 hours behind, but you still, woke up early, still came to show support. You be in the chat as well, showing support here.
Right.
At WUPS, and
waking up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. That's I get it. And that's why we appreciate you, Kendra. Real talk, rocking out with us. It definitely is appreciated.
Is she low? Let me see if I can turn her up a little bit.
Oh, she's super low. You might have to actually. No. It might be Bari. He has to up your user volume in the thing.
Where do I up her user volume? I have the Discord volume at like 100, but I can go to her.
No, go to her. Go. So in the call, go right click on her profile picture, and you'll see user volume. You should be able to turn that up. Oh, then yeah, you might have to turn yourself. Yeah, you might have to turn yours up just a little bit, then Kendra, so that they can hear you.
No problem. So that'll be the input volume. So it was at 50. how I'm
Oh yeah.
sounding now.
Oh
much
yeah.
Okay.
Up
better,
there. Yeah.
much
Get
better,
that
much
to
better.
get that to 100. Yeah, 100 is where you want to be with it as well. Yeah.
Got you. We in there. You want me
Oh
to do
yeah.
the intro over again? No, I'm just kidding. We good.
Nah,
All
Hey,
right.
now the people in the
uh,
chat should hear you much clearer now.
absolutely.
Okay. Perfect.
So we like to start off, and Kendra, you know, stranger to the show, but we like to start off with like asking, how was the week? Bari, Kendra, how was the week, man? How y'all feeling, man? How's
So
everything
before
this week?
Kendra answers, you know what I mean? We gave the PlayStation Nation their trophies, but we gotta bless her up. You know what I mean? Bless her up with some trophies real quick, just being a guest on the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
Absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
Kendra, that's a goal right there. Hold on, let me give you another
Hey.
goal, and let me give you a platinum.
Hey.
You know the
All right. I'll take them all. I take them all.
Absolutely.
But yeah, go ahead, Kendra, you can answer.
You know what? Everything's been a blur. Hogwarts is out. I don't even know if I don't know if I've been eating. Y'all, like I don't know what I'm doing. I've been at Hogwarts. I've been at school. I don't know how to answer this question. With this week has been filled with magic, right? Like I've been at Hogwarts. What y'all been doing? Because I know where I've been. I've been on these Twitch streams trying to get these Twitch drops. I've been busy doing Hogwarts stuff. Anything other than that, I don't have an answer for you at all.
Yo, I definitely feel you. Like,
At all.
gaming wise, it's been great, man. I beat Dead Space, my first time beating Dead Space ever.
Oh, word?
Oh, congratulations.
Okay.
Amazing game. I loved every single bit of it. You know, I mean, definitely was a scary ass experience playing that game, but yo, it was fun. Like, now that when you beat the game, you know what I mean, they gave you like a new game plus, so you get like all your items. They give you even more nodes. I'm like, oh damn, I can be OP in this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Are you going for the platinum in that?
Nah, I don't know if I am because I'm playing Hogwarts now. Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to beat Dead Space.
Right.
Got you.
Exactly.
I most likely would beat the game on New Game Plus because now that I know where I got to do and know where I got to go, and now I'm OP. Like some of my stuff is like maxed out with my weapons. I might just finish that off. I think that's a trophy as well that you need. But yeah, gaming wise been great, man. Sea of Stars demos out as well. Octopath Traveler 2 demos out.
Oh, yeah.
Hogwarts, we're gonna be talking about Hogwarts much in more in depth, you know what I mean, as far as what we have played. But yeah, I've been enjoying Hogwarts a lot. That have caught me by surprise, to be honest with you, and how fleshed out that game is and how beautiful it is. I'm really enjoying that a lot. Personal wise, it's been a rough week, man. Personally, work wise, it's been very busy. You know, completed our first town hall meeting this year, but during the town hall meeting, got bad news. They know my aunt, she passed away. And
Bari, I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences and prayers.
that was a rough one. I had to turn off that camera. I was like, yo, hold on. I had to let somebody finish off that town hall meeting for me. But yo, I appreciate everybody with the kind words on Twitter. The reason why because normally when stuff like that happen, I wouldn't even say nothing at all. I'm a very like close to the chest type person, but a lot of people DMing me, you know, for like podcasts and stuff like that, and prior engagements where you know I've probably said I was going to be in somebody's podcast enough. I just wanted to make that clear when I made that post. Like, yo, this weekend, you know, I'm sorry guys, but I'm not in the mood for all that. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate everyone's comments. You know, when I woke up this morning, I saw all these. I was like, God damn, there's people out here typing, man. All these Hufflepuffs out here in the comment section.
Respect
Spreading all they love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Respect the Huffles.
Big shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man. Listen, I definitely get it, brother. You already know we talk privately, so you already know what it is.
Yeah, man. You know the vibes, man. My aunt, you know, like I'm very close to my family. She's on my mother's side. I haven't seen her in a couple of years, but we had like a Facebook chat, not Facebook chat, like a video chat thing for Christmas and all that stuff. So I haven't seen her in a long time, but you know it was sad just hearing her passed away. But how about you though, Operson, man? How was your week? And yo, we got some gifted subs.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. So for me, man, work wise, man, it's been a really busy week this week because I think I said this before, but it's a big project that I'm working on right now with at work with trying to find a new ITSM tool and building out working within the APIs and all this other stuff, boring IT work stuff, but a lot of stuff with that happening this week. Plus, I'm studying for like a couple different certs that I'm gonna be sitting for pretty soon. So, just a lot of that happening. And then, going into the office now, I think I said this before, man, it's just really, really tiring. Just having to, code switch and, being working from home for 3 years and then just being back like that is kind of a shell shock. But gaming wise, man, listen, all I've been playing is Hogwarts. That's really like all I've been playing this week. I downloaded the Octopath Traveler 2 demo. I downloaded the Sea of Stars demo. I'm not going to get to those this weekend. I said I was going to really sit down, especially with the Octopath Traveler 2, but then I'm like, you know what? Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a wizard. You feel me? I'm out here on my Hufflepuff shit.
Oh, well,
you feel me?
You a witch. You're a witch. You're not a wizard. You're a witch.
I'm a witch. I mean, damn, boy, why you correcting? What's going on, brother?
Nah, I'm saying you have a female character, so.
Yeah, I'm a witch. You're right. You're absolutely
right.
I'm
Me and Persona talked about that too. I said, I know why you picked a witch to be in Hufflepuff, right? You could find yourself to make a wizard Hufflepuff. You had to go with the witch Hufflepuff.
I mean, you feel me? So yeah, man. I'm really loving the game. We definitely gonna talk about it later. But yeah, this week has been pretty. It's been a pretty good week for me, both personally and in gaming as well.
I didn't know y'all was gonna get that in depth. I left everything off the table. I thought y'all was gonna just. I didn't say about y'all want me to say the kids' Black History projects and doing all this stuff. I didn't know. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, you're not. Yeah, like that's just like when we ask that, it's more so like a just a check in.
Gotcha.
Kind of like just to make sure how everybody week is, but you don't have to share anything personal in your life if you don't have to. It's not mandatory.
It's a joke. We've been doing
Persona got the Hufflepuff energy, so you know what I mean. We asked.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just went straight to gaming. I was
before Hogwarts, he was never calling it that. Right? Cut the.
Hey, yo, listen, man. I gotta go with the flow. But yo, big shout out to DC Gaming, man, with the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome everyone to the WUPS Nation. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, DC, for gifting 5 memberships. Big shout out to also Ice Queen Gaming gifting a membership as well. So big shout out to, what's it? Fake Outrage. Welcome to the WUPS Nation. We also have here from DC, we have Ice Queen Gaming in the WUPS Nation. Carell, Anchor, WUPS Nation. We also have here Alex.
Oh, I'll shout everybody out when we do the members.
Okay, yeah.
It showed up. Yeah, it showed up.
All the new ones showed up. That's why I was reading.
Yeah, it showed up. Yeah, it showed up.
But also, big shout out to Kratos, 99 with the 10 gifted What's Up PlayStation memberships, man. So everybody that
shout out to Kratos, jeez,
yo, Kratos.
Shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, and let me get these super chats as well. So shout out to Mr. Benjamin. With the $9.99 iPhone user, iPhone gang, what's good? You know what I mean? In the building. He said, "What's up, everyone? Had to show up for my homegirl Kendra. Show love. Show some love." Hey. He said, "Enjoyed last week's show, and I am in for a treat today." Yes, it's going to be a very magical show today. Also, big shout out to Unicron with the £5. Or €5 or whatever you want to call it. He said the best PlayStation 5 game, in my opinion, is a toss-up between Returnal and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Yeah, guys, put out a poll on top of the screen where I'm asking what's the best PlayStation 5 game. There's context to it. We're going to get into it, but I just want to see everybody's opinions. If you guys wrote your answer already, when it comes to that segment of the show, definitely answer again. And then big shout out to my bro, Upchuck Gaming with the $4.99 iPhone user. Plus on Block Boys, man, bit in the building. Appreciate you, Chuck. He said, shout out to my bros. Hit the like button. Glad Kendra made it on the show. It's going to be an entertaining one.
Thank you.
Facts. Also, we got some membership messages as well, Bari. So shout out to, let me get back up here. Shout out to Unicron. He says 9 months as a member on China. He says, "Is that Kendra the snake lady?" Absolutely. Y'all don't know what he mean, right?
Unicron was funny this week because Kendra said something about being jelly, right? And the Unicron was like, "What are you talking about? Is it jam? Is it like real jelly, like real or jam or strawberry jam?" I was like, what is Unicron doing? What
Yeah,
Kendra out
Unicron
here
is-
explaining? Kendra like, no, I'm
Absolutely.
not
I did.
jealous.
The mama and me
Yeah.
was like, let me type it to the baby and say, I mean jealous, honey. And he was like, oh, he no, not only that, Bari, you gotta tell me. He included the pictures too. He included the
Yeah, he
pictures
included
of the
pictures,
jelly in the jam.
Oh man.
That was hilarious.
Oh man. And then shout out to Blue Mustang 357, man. 9 months as a member on the channel. He says Hogwarts is doing big things. CNN even talked about how big it did at launch. Yeah, Hogwarts. This is one of the biggest launches to date, man. When it comes to that game, man, they definitely breaking records out here. Which we're gonna talk about all that later, for sure, man.
For sure.
Even people at my job talking about Hogwarts, like the game, and I'm like, yo, like it's, yeah, it's big, it's big. But yo, I want to shout out the members on the channel. Listen, guys, shout out to the WUPS Nation, which is our membership here on the channel. It's not mandatory, but it's always appreciated if you do want to become a member on the channel. The link is in the description. And so to shout out our members this week, man, we got a lot more. Thanks to the gifted memberships, man. So we got Reaper, Fake Outrage, J942, Vel R, Leo Leon, Kendra, member on the channel, Ice Queen Gaming, Carl Anchor, Sin,
the Queen of
Sinister,
Ice.
True Virgil, Alex E, Zero Steel, JC 2013, Muck 45, King 1710, Iman Rich, the Swag Lord, D2 Des, The Wreck, MJ 152, Sergeant 12, Seattle Chef, South Star, Dresk 47, Corey Macy, Dresk.
Oh, Dresk
47.
I thought you said
Yeah,
Dresk 47. I'm like, oh, Agent 47.
Dresk.
A what?
And
Say
then
it again,
Franco
sir.
Tech, Dresk.
Dresk.
Yes,
Dresk.
Dresk. Yeah, Dresk.
Okay, got you.
Kaka. I can't help it. Franco Tech, Tevin,
Franco, what
J-Ro49,
up?
Plus on Block Podcast,
Yes,
DeJuan
sir.
Thompson, Jimmy Harrison, Kratos 99, Porter Rock 77, Alfonso Carter, Broken Saint, Tarana Duffrey, Miles B93, Upper Room 8K, Steady Flow, Stealth Guy Gaming,
Yes, sir.
Tricelsius, That Guy Smitty, Damien, Alfonso Carter, Henry Heck, Kyle Ward 789, Star Guardian Acero, I know Star Guardian 88, Oolong T Gaming, Stranded Ninja, Stone, Rabbit Got the Gun, J Bari, the best list on YouTube.
Oh.
Games for Eternity, King Thrash Gaming, Brat, Julian Johnson, Requiem of Demons, It's Me Baby 80, Light Strife, DC Gaming, John Donuts, Tactical Gamer, AC, Stir Crazy, Stardust Acero, John the Don, J Gamer UK, Cyber Dragon, Unicron, C Fresh 2180, Strictly Gaming, Viper Reaps Corner, J Wright, Blue Mustang 357, Shy Gamer, Shy City Gamer, King Keys.
Oh.
Then we got B to the I to the R to the D, Bird in the building.
Bird.
Yo, shout out to Bird, man. Listen,
Yes,
I promised that we would definitely spice up Bird's intro from now on.
Bird got the most basic name.
Bird's got the intro. Bird.
He put an I back. Maybe it's Twitter. He got the one there instead of the I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Then we got Upchuck Gaming. Shout out to Upchuck and Dre, man. They got Plus on Block podcast, man.
Yes,
Last
sir.
night's episode was great. Plus
I
on
gotta
Block,
check out
Plus
last
on
night's
Block,
episode right after this.
Plus on Block podcast every Friday, 8:30 Eastern. Make sure y'all check that out, man. They had Fist of Sage on, and I think Jet joined them as well. So it was a good show. And then we got Navigator 3221. We got Narik. Then we got gaming with Persona, the greats,
Who?
Hufflepuff God, Hufflepuff Nation.
Hey,
You understand?
listen.
The best wizard house
Here
in
we
Harry
go.
Potter. The best wizard house at Hogwarts.
First and foremost,
You understand?
You getting a little too cocky, man. Talking
The
about
leader
great.
of Hufflepuffs. The leader.
Here we go.
You understand?
Here we go.
Hufflepuff God, Hufflepuff Nation, Hufflepuff Gang. Gaming with Persona. Then we
Let me type. Where my Slytherins at? Let me type this in the chat.
then we got
quick.
Dreology 619.
Yo, the only reason why I enjoy Slytherin because I got a list. I can't be saying Slytherin all day. I can't be saying that all day. You know what I mean?
Shiverwin. Go ahead, say Slytherin.
Say Slytherin 5 times in a row fast.
Slytherin.
Yeah.
That's 4.
He's
That's
Now
not
four.
you do it. Now you do it.
Nah, we got to do a show.
Slytherin.
No, Bari got to do it.
Yo, we got a show that we got to do, guys.
No.
No. We're not going to do it. Do it, Bari. Go ahead. Say Slytherin 5 times fast.
I would not succumb to peer pressure, sir.
The peer pressure.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
Well, yo, we got
and then shout out to a new member that just joined the channel, gamessss.
Yep.
Appreciate you joining the channel, man. Appreciate you joining the WUPS Nation. And then super chats, man. We got Blaze 4K, man. Appreciate you for the $10 super chat.
Sir.
And then shout out to Ice Queen Gaming, 6 months as a member on the channel with the message. She said, "Where is my Queen of Ice, Bari?" Shout out to Bari.
I did. I said Queen of Ice. Go. Persona was rushing. He'd be like, this one. I'm like, Queen. You know the vibes.
And then shout out to Kratos99. Appreciate you. Appreciate the big boy $100 super chat. Jeez, Kratos, we appreciate you, man. He says, "I'm going broke, so take this last big donation. 60 plus 10. What's the answer?"
Oh man. Oh yeah, in the spaces. Yo.
Yep.
Yo, Kratos, yo, real and truly, yo, you need to relax, brother. You out here.
Hey, yo, man.
You be like 100 here, 200 here, 300. I'm like, brother, you making this look like IGN out here in this motherfucker.
We appreciate you, Kratos. Real talk, man. And then shout out to TZ, man, becoming a member of WUPS Nation. We appreciate you, bro.
Hey.
Yo, you missed
shout out
2 more. 1 second before we catch up. Blue Mustang becoming a member for 9 months. He said Hogwarts doing big things. CNN was talking about it.
Yes, I read that. Yeah,
okay,
I read that.
Did you read Gian as well?
Oh, Gian. Okay, I see it. Yeah, my fault. Gian, and Don, appreciate you, man. 9 months as a member on the channel. He says, "Good morning, WUPS, Kendra in the chat. Ready for a great show today. Ravenclaw gang, yeah."
Yes, sir. Ravenclaw the best, yo. Ravenclaw the best. We got the best
all I hear when I hear Ravenclaw is chirping.
All I hear with Ravenclaw is paws with no nails.
We got the best drip. We got the best common room. We got
how y'all paws ain't got no nails though? Like, where the nails at? What you scratching?
What you mean?
That ain't no claw, bro.
You ain't looking at the claw properly. You ain't looking
nah, bro. Y'all missing the nails, brother. Hey, y'all ain't scared nobody. And then we got PS Rewind. Appreciate you for the super chat. It says, "Good morning, WUPS Nation." Shout out to the panel and the chat. Appreciate you, PS Rewind. And the shout out to King Kiso, 9 months as a member on the channel. He says, "Best PlayStation podcast on YouTube." We appreciate you, King Kiso. And all right, we all caught up. Go ahead.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate all the support that you guys show here to What's Up PlayStation podcast. Just remember, we'd like to give back as well. So next month gonna be a big month for WUPS. So be on the lookout for those giveaways. We about to hook people up because you guys have been showing a lot of support. Like I said, man, y'all making this chat look like an IGN stream or something. You know what I mean? All these different colors, green, yellows, reds, magentas, pinks, and you know what I mean? I need you guys to relax. Can we do a show? Who is interrupting our intro? Can we do a show, please? But let's get into the show, though, guys, man. You know the vibes, how we get down here. We got to let the PlayStation Nation know the games that came out throughout the week. So these are the new games for PlayStation 5 and 4 this week, February 6th through the 12th. And quite a few games have came out here, man. Quite a few games have came out. We're going to start off with Dicey Dungeons for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then we got Round Invaders Rush 2 for the PlayStation 5. That's a PlayStation 5 exclusive. I need you guys to get that game ASAP. Okay? I don't want no hesitation. I need you to get that game ASAP. Then we got Prison Tycoon Under New Management for the PlayStation 5 and 4. That sounds like a game Sick will get. I'm pretty sure Sick you. Shout out to one man Sick you, but he will get that. Oh no, he was looking at what's it called? Was it Prisoner or Prison Simulator? I might have been mixing them up, but I know he's looking.
No, he's talking about Police Simulator.
Oh yeah, Police Simulator, something like that. Yeah. Yo, love them simulation games, man. By the way, we're gonna talk about it in spotlight. Let me fall back.
Oh my! Do not tell me you. Yo, all right, go ahead. Y'all already know what you about to say.
Yeah. Yo, very. You know what? Let me save it. Then we got Fallen Block. So the PlayStation 5 4. This is like a Tetris, spin-off or something. Then we have Guess the Animal for the PlayStation 5. Then we got Kanjo Zoku for the play. No, I'm saying that whole wrong. Kanjo Zoku game for the PlayStation 4. Then we got the Redress of Mirror for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then we got Vigor, The Last King of Days for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Alice in Wonderland, A Jigsaw Puzzle Tale for the PlayStation 4. Arcade Archives is back with Magical Seed for the PlayStation 4.
Speed.
Then we Speed, my bad. For the PlayStation 4. Then we got Dungeon Village 2 for the PlayStation 4. Forest Camp Story for the PlayStation 4. Make the Burger for the PlayStation 4. 5 and 4.
How y'all take y'all burgers? Like when I'm in a restaurant, they say like, "How do you like your burger done?" I like it like medium well.
Medium well.
Yeah, medium well.
I can do medium well, but I'm well done. Well done.
Well done is dry, Bari.
I can't take no well done burger. You crazy?
That's
it's
dry, Bari.
I'm either medium well or medium rare.
Nah, I'm not doing no medium rare. I
hey, don't sleep on that, bro. Don't. I'm telling you, man. Don't sleep on that.
I made my first filet mignon like last year, and I was going for like a medium well, temperature, but it came out like medium, and I was like, yo, this junk chewy as heck. I can't do it, man. It is way too soft and chewy. It was good, but I felt like I was eating raw meat. I felt like I was eating a goddamn cow. That's straight up. You know what I mean? I cut the leg.
You are eating a cow.
Yeah, but we cooking it. We put the spices on there. You know what I mean? With that medium, I don't know, man. Y'all some cannibals out there.
I think it's based on the cut of the meat, right? So like it depends on how like burgers medium well is a pretty good. So it's not dry. You know, it depends on the meat how you're gonna cook it. The steak, the thickness of it. So
the fat to meat ratio, but also the quality of the meat as well, like in terms of the cut, because it's important how like well the cow is fed, and the type of stuff that is being fed determines how well the meat comes out as well. So if you're in a restaurant that doesn't necessarily have good choice cuts of meat, and it's not like you can tell that, because a medium rare, it still it tastes incredible, man. It's like straight up, man. It tastes very incredible. But guys, my fault. This ain't a cooking channel. My fault. Go ahead, Bari. My fault.
You know what I mean? What? Oh, because the game was make the burger.
So yeah, but just quick, quiet side conversation. You don't gotta get mad at me, Bari. We got company.
No, because I forgot where I left off.
Hufflepuff energy.
Now I remember.
Hufflepuff
energy.
Oh, all right. Y'all gonna make fun of me the whole show. All right, I'm gonna cook y'all. All right, Ravenclaw, Slytherin. I'm gonna cook y'all whole show. I got y'all.
Man. Some of y'all gotta be real with yourself. Y'all belong in Hufflepuff,
bro.
Bullshit. Then we
that was a Hufflepuff thing to do.
Yes, 100%. Then we have Arcade Story for the PlayStation 4. Then Task Force Alpha Afghanistan for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then WBSC eBaseball Power Pros for the PlayStation 4. Persona, did you say you get that game? You got that game, or that's a different game?
Hell no, everybody no baseball, brother.
Oh,
what
bad.
you mean?
My bad, dog. And then we got the last game we have here, which kind of came out on Tuesday the 7th, but this is the official release of the game. Hogwarts Legacy for the PlayStation 5. This is the PlayStation 5 version. The PlayStation 4 version comes out in April, or like later spring or something like that. I forgot the date.
I think it's April, and then it's April.
Yep. So these are the PlayStation games for this week, guys. Let us know any games that caught your interest here. And yeah, give us your opinions as well, man. Give us your spotlight game.
I have a question, guys.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask a question. How do you guys feel about all of these last gen games being made? And I'm asking that because I had a conversation with someone who was very upset about them still investing in last gen, and not, I guess that they were saying not putting all of their energy into this gen, the PS5. So how do you feel about that? All these,
this is nothing really new when it comes to gaming. With every iteration of like a new generation, there's always going to be developers that are creating games for the previous hardware, and that's going to take a while before developers move on. My biggest thing is when it comes to the first party, I tend to push and the envelope when it comes to the actual current generation or the next generation, and it depends on what they are doing. That dictates how upset I am or not. Like, especially with PlayStation 5, I feel like, PS4, you can just drop that thing and keep it pushing. But I understand the whole, install base and stuff like that. But I want to see more PlayStation 5 exclusive games from first party. Well, yeah, when it comes
Yeah,
to third party, yeah, it's a common thing.
Yeah, especially, just to add on to the third party aspect, especially when we're talking like indie developers. I feel like indie developers would be even slower to move to just a next gen only console because, they're trying to maximize all the revenue they can get. So, if you still got such a large fan base of people that's on an older platform as opposed to a new one, it would make sense for them financially to still be putting their games on the old platform as well so that they can maximize profits. But first party, I do agree, especially going into this year or going into year 3 of these next gen or current gen consoles. We definitely first party should be moving away, which we do see. When we're looking at like the sales projections. Excuse me. PlayStation's big push with marketing. PlayStation all over the world with live from PlayStation, and we see a lot of games like Spider-Man 2, Stellar Blade, and Final Fantasy 16, Forspoken. Games that they're either partnering with or making themselves are next gen only. So I think this is the year we'll start to see that big move away from cross generation from first party.
Especially this year, we should definitely be, what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But yeah, when it comes to the smaller games or third party, I totally understand that they want to get all the potential sales that they can. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a big third party game, they want to push the hardware.
Yeah,
But-
I agree. I agree with both of you. It was the
Yeah,
one
for sure.
the person that I was speaking to was frustrated that games like God of War and Horizon Forbidden West.
But this person on Twitter?
No, this person was in life out.
okay.
Oh, in real life, they were frustrated.
They were frustrated. I was actually running to this person in GameStop. I do not know this person's name. He was a stranger in the store, and a conversation kind of came up because I know those people at the store, and he was a customer, and we were talking about the games, and he just kind of jumped in the conversation. It was for everybody, and he was expressing his frustration that games. First party games like God of War and Horizon Forbidden West and so forth were still being made on last gen, and his issue was we didn't see the glory of these games at their fullest because they were not exclusively made for the PS5. They had PS5 versions. If they were concentrated I know where you're going.
I mean, listen. I think when it comes to Horizon Forbidden West, I don't agree with that at all. Just because
I don't either.
That is one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen, like
Ever
to date.
Like,
yeah,
that's the best looking game, and even technologically, with the Decima engine and how the Decima engine is built, that is an engine that can definitely be utilized on both old hardware and new hardware, and you'll see, you'll see the quality of it based on the hardware that you're on. And we've seen that with Horizon Forbidden West, where the weather technology, the sheer volume of the world, the number of different enemies, and like all the shit that you're doing in Forbidden West. I mean, come on. And God of War Ragnarok, that is debatable. That I'll say is probably not as next gen ish as something like a Horizon Forbidden West. So that is that one I think is an argument that could probably go one way or the other. But I think when it comes to the sheer scale of God of War, especially when you get to Vanaheim and you see just the sheer volume of what they're doing in that world, it's still pretty damn impressive. But I do agree that first party we definitely want to see what the full potential of these consoles are. And funny thing is, with Forspoken, I think you see that, just with the sheer volume of that world. I was even impressed because I'm like, damn, like this world, this shit is crazy. Like it just kept going, man.
That's a next gen game right there because everything is just instant. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and
yeah.
But nah,
I ain't gonna lie. If I was in the GameStop, I'd have said, "Man, mind your fucking business." Like, ain't nobody talking to you.
I was about to tell you. Did you ask him? Did you ask the person? I don't know if it's a him or it's a she, but if you asked, did you ask the person? Did you complete those games? That's what you should.
You know what? This was one time. I kept it pushing. We kind of engaged. I had my kids with me, and I don't really, you know what I mean? Like I just kind of
leave me alone.
You try to get in and out. You try to get in and out. I get it.
Yeah, real talk. But we did engage. He was at one register, I was at the other one, and he was just, he was talking. I was talking to the young lady, and I just said, man, these games are beautiful. And did you play this game on PS5? And before I could look up, he was like, well, these games are on PS5, but they still having them on the last gen, and we're not getting, the beauty of these games because they're still investing in the last gen. And I said, well, I enjoyed these games. I think they're great games, whether you have a, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, just game. It was really like, okay, let's get the receipt, get what we came for, and let's go, kids, because he's passionate, and I'm not in the situation right now to really kind of, combat him. But he put that out there. He wanted to talk to somebody. He wanted to talk to somebody about his.
So has to go on Twitter and start his Twitter space.
Yeah,
he's a nerd trying to have a conversation. Like, yo, when I see certain individuals, like you got your kid, if you probably like your hoodie or sweatpants, I ain't gonna bother you, man. You know what I mean? I know you just in there to you on a mission. You're trying to get it in there and get your shit and bounce. You know what I mean? People don't have that radar. You know what I mean? Like, yo, understand what's going on. Like, some people ain't trying to have no half an hour conversation about you being pissed about something that you probably even beat.
Well, I also think it's also the nonverbal cues that you also got to pay attention to, right? Like, if you stand, I'm not really trying to stand, like, especially like in like a crowded mall or in like a store or something. I'm not really trying to stand around talking for 30 minutes. Like, because that just to me, I don't feel comfortable doing shit like that. Like, I don't really like that. I'm trying to get, I ain't trying to, I'm trying to get in and out and go on about my day and my life. You feel me? So
absolutely,
we could do 2-3 minutes, sure. But once it gets to the part where it's kind of turning into a back and forth, I'm like, oh, okay, well, look, man, I gotta go. So I don't care.
With that being said, though, let's move along to the spotlight games of the week. Kendra, we're gonna start with you first, but Persona's gonna explain the spotlight games where we do every single week here on WUPS, giving the PlayStation Nation our opinions, our thoughts on the games that we're playing or about to play. I kind of did summarize it.
You just took it from me, Bari. What's going on?
I was flowing. My bad, dog.
You see how Ravenclaw is, Kendra? He's Ravenclaw, man. Something wrong with them, man.
Wait a second. Okay.
Nah, but listen, so we are in the spotlight portion of the show, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who don't know, the spotlight is where me and Bari give you a game. Me, Bari, and Kendra will give you a game or games if we decide to break the rules that we think y'all should check out, right? It could be a brand new game, it could be an old game, it could be a game from your childhood, it could be a game that hasn't even released yet. The purpose of the spotlight is for us to spotlight games that we think you, the community, should check out. So Kendra, starting with you. What is your spotlight game of the week, and are you gonna break the rules?
Yo, you know what? My bad, Persona, man, because I figured out why the chat be like delayed and it speeds up. I gotta hit the go live on OBS, and I keep forgetting to do that. That's my bad, though. Next time I got it. Sorry, guys.
So, I'm gonna kind of work my way from the least game that I am playing all the way up to the game that I can't put down, so to speak. So before we got to Hogwarts, the games that I was playing, obviously Forspoken, people are sleeping on that game. Like Bari said, I feel bad for the people who have judged this game so badly. And they are excluding themselves from an experience, right? For whatever their reasons. I can't even keep up with these. Some of these reasons sound very made up. It sounds very fad, like they're staying in a fad-ish, right? So Forspoken is definitely a game you should get into. I plan to platinum that, get back in it. It came out at an interesting time. I did finish the story, but it came out at an interesting time because now I can't get back to it real quick, but I do plan to platinum that game. An old game for me that I was GoldenEye. Like GoldenEye is near. It's near and dear to me for so many reasons. It was my father before he got ill. That was his favorite first person shooter. And when came back out on the Switch, it is emotional, to play it because it's a great game, but it's emotional on a personal level. So GoldenEye is something that I've been just kind of tapping back into. Oh yeah, just like it's just Yeah, it's just near and dear on so many levels. Just the fact that it's a great game. What it did for me, personally, with first person shooters, it started my love for first person shooters. So, and I know I'm older, but Doom was around, but the love for first person shooters started with GoldenEye for me, so it's near and dear. And then on my Switch, also Live Alive. I'm in love with that little game. It's just something really cute to hop into. If you haven't played it, I suggest you play it. There's so many different stories that you can get into with the game, the characters, the gameplay is fun. I know a lot of people are not huge fans of 8-bit games, and I'm not sure why, but it's definitely something you should check out. It's great stories, multiple stories, and you can just dive in it at any time, and you can play the stories how you choose to. So that's fun. And then of course, Hogwarts Legacy. What? Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. Hogwarts Legacy.
That fire.
I just, you just got to take a deep breath because I said this in probably 2 spaces. This game has now, and I have to do a list. I haven't done it yet. We'll figure that out on it. I have a top 5 and a top 10 list. A list.
Oh, a list. Oh, why?
A list, right? A list, right?
He got a list.
Yeah, no, I got to do a list on paper, right? I'm gonna do it old-fashioned way, and I got to place this game as one of my top games of all time. Got to put it somewhere, right? I haven't did where it ranges at yet. When I talk, favorite games of mine, I'm a Zelda. I bunch, like when I say Zelda, I'm taking all my Zelda games and I'm saying, okay, Zelda, right? So, and I know that some people don't do that. They go, okay, well, I like, Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask and, Breath of the Wild or, Wind Waker, whatever. I get that. But I'm a Zelda. So I just take all that. I take all that love and I put it in. If it's number 1, that means all of Zelda is number 1 for me, right? So I gotta find a list. But then if I break down Zelda, then that's different. But I gotta find a list of where I'm gonna place Hogwarts Legacy as my top game of all time. This game has done something to me magically, no pun intended.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick because it's interesting that you say that when it comes to like Hogwarts, because I trust me, putting about 15 out, I get it. It might be too soon to ask this question, but I do want to ask it anyway. I know the chat, somebody gonna kick my shit. So you can't say that. Is Hogwarts Legacy the Elden Ring of 2023?
Oh my God. Yo, matter of fact,
let me shut up.
Before we get, let's cause we're gonna talk about Hogwarts right after this. You know what I mean?
All right. So you know what? Save that question for after. Save it for my fault.
Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kendra. You can kick my shit.
No, you're good. No. You're good. And I have an answer for that too. But no, that's it. I mean, like I said, Hogwarts has been taking up my time, all of our times. It is a phenomenal game. I have yet to find something to critique in a negative way, and I say because that's what we look for, right? We're not looking for the negative to really, but we're still saying, okay, what is this game? Where's the flaw? Where's the comparison of it being, perfect to having its, and as I'm playing, I'm either really sprung off this game and I'm blinded by it's giving me everything that I want, or it literally does not have any imperfections. And I know somebody might come in the chat. Well, did you see that picture? Maybe, but for me, maybe I'm blind, maybe I'm sprung, maybe I'm high off this game. Yeah,
the game got me.
When you try to mimic the nerds that be trying to call you got. Well, did you play through it this much?
Yeah, maybe that's a me thing. Maybe I'm sprung. But that's how I'm feeling. I itch to play this game, right? This game is everything. I can't believe that I'm in it. I haven't felt this way. I haven't felt this way in a long time. It feels like a relationship, right? As I'm talking about it, it feels like I'm in a relationship with this game because as I'm playing it and I'm trying to stay on track and it does something to me. And before I know it, I'm lost. I've been left and went somewhere else that I'm exploring. And not only am I exploring, but it's giving me that. I'm not, there's some games where you can explore and you can easily hit a dead end. You can think you're going somewhere and it looks promising, and you're like, oh, it's nothing here. In this game, when you explore, you're exploring, and you can end up somewhere that you was not ready for.
We're going to get into it, Kendra. We're going to get deep into it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm getting passionate again. I'm sprung. I'm sorry. I'm so sprung.
I hear
so sprung. Look what it's doing to me.
Yo, this dude Bari really on his Hufflepuff shit. You were definitely in the wrong house, brother.
Oh, see? So now you're admitting.
No, I ain't admitting nothing. I'm just doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Don't come on the Hufflepuff, brother.
You missed the Hufflepuff energy. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Y'all.
I can't join Hufflepuff because I'm not digging the colors, man. I'm not digging the colors, man.
What, you don't like the yellow and
it's too earthy. It looks like earthy.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
I mean, you can always come to Slytherin.
Oh
it's the type of yellow too. It's a type of yellow. It look
It look mustardy. It's like a mustard yellow.
Like it's
like a mustard.
Grape Poupon or something.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's exactly what Grey Poupon. Do you have some Grey Poupon? Hey, it fits right with the game.
They got grape.
Ain't yellow in the Jamaican flag? Boy,
they got. I said the type of yellow. The type.
No, it don't matter. Yellow is in the Jamaican flag. Right? Yellow is in the Jamaican flag.
You got Grey Poupon. You got Grey Poupon and
ignore your Jamaican roots.
Grey Poupon.
You trying to ignore your Jamaican roots. Yellow is in the Jamaican flag. You need to come on over to the Hufflepuffs.
Oh, no, I'm good, man.
Why are you trying to recruit everybody over there?
Them the Yachty boys, man.
Why are you trying to recruit everybody to Hufflepuff? You know people got allergies. We can't kick it in your common room like that. We got Claritin, Allegra, we
can't even step foot in your comment room with them roaches.
There we go. Here we go.
Hey, yo, so Persona, what is your spotlight games for this week?
Hey, man, so I'm going to be honest. I got a couple games this week, man, because it's a lot of games that's really resonating with me, especially coming out of
Kendra. You're going to break the rules.
Absolutely. I'm going to break the rules. You feel me? So the first game, Forspoken. I know I spotlighted this last week, but I mean it, man. Like, this really... I normally don't do this, or at least not as much as I used to. Reviewers didn't get this game right. Like, respectfully, they didn't. They didn't get this game right when it came to them reviewing it. And I'm telling you guys, this game really is amazing. It really is on point, man. It's a great game. It's got a lot to offer, and it truly, truly is incredible. So yeah, Forspoken, that's my first spotlight. My second spotlight, Octopath Traveler 2. Listen, I'm a big Octopath fan. I'm so glad that the second game is coming to PlayStation. I'm hoping at some point Square wisens up and puts the first game on PlayStation as well, so your boy can get 2 platinums. But Octopath Traveler 2 is coming out in like a week and a half or so, or in 2 weeks. And I can't wait. I can't wait to play this game. I'm definitely gonna try to put some time into this. The other game that I'm spotlighting is Wild Hearts, which comes out next week, Thursday. And listen, Wild Hearts is like if you're a fan of Tolkien in those games, it's kind of along the lines of that. It's much more arcadey. We talked about it in depth last week, but they're supposed to be having a demo released. I think it's going to release next week, either a day or two before the game releases, or probably on the day of release of the game. They're going to have the demo release. But this game looks really promising. It's a game that I'm definitely going to support and play, and I can't wait to put time into this. And, we on that canon 100%. You feel me? I can't wait. And then the final game, I mean, listen, you thought I was going to do a spotlight this week and not talk about Hogwarts Legacy. I won't go too in depth, because I know we're going to talk about it in depth in a specific segment of the show. But Hogwarts Legacy is incredible. Like, it really is. It gets everything right so far for me. Like the whimsicalness of it, the combat I'm enjoying very much, especially I'm playing on hard mode, and I got more of the spells, and I got the talents and all these other things now. The game really is starting to open up, and I'm like 15 hours into the game, and I'm still learning new things, and I'm still figuring this out, and still getting tutorial things with this and that. The story is dope. I love this game so much. I'm definitely getting a platinum. I'm definitely putting a lot of time into this, man. And yeah, those are my spotlights.
Absolutely, amazing spotlights, because some of them I agree with you 100%. So we're gonna go for the trifecta, guys. When it comes to Forspoken, I can't say it enough, man. In my personal opinion, Forspoken is one of the best PlayStation 5 games to date. This game is fun. It's amazing. You know what I mean? Like I can't see how people are enjoying Hogwarts and then be like, oh, I'm not interested in Forspoken. It is like a contradiction, in my opinion. Because the game, when it comes to the free flowing and freestyling, you can do so much in that game. The combat is very, very deep. It's layered. And when you start to master those things and learn everything, it's just a fun ass game, man. I was just playing the other day, that's like doing like some of the smaller stuff, like the runes and stuff that I've missed. And I'm just like, man, now I'm just flowing with this game. I'm just destroying everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
especially when you level up all the powers. It's like, yo,
man. Yo, like my setup right now is ridiculous, yo. Where like I go for a lot of critical damage, and I got nails that give me more critical. So if the amount of spells that I've learned and mastered, it ups my critical. But like a lot of my abilities on my gear and like on my necklace, it goes like, oh, if I get a critical, I heal. If I dodge, I heal. Like, it's just so like I'm untouchable. It's just crazy how you can play that game, man. People talking about it's light and RPG, lies. People saying that it's the world is boring, lies. The story is bland, lies.
Saying that the world is empty, lies.
Yeah, lies. That's all lies that people are telling. I really have to say, like, did you really finish or play this game? You know what I mean? The game is fun as hell, man. Like I promise you, I promise you, it is a fun ass game. When the
demo didn't do it justice.
No,
the demo was
like, even in my opinion, I think the demo was fun as well. Like the demo, you didn't even learn all the abilities that you had that you can get in that portion of the demo. But like I don't like games that do demos where they just put you in the world and just play. I like when they start you from the beginning. That's why I always been an advocate for that. Start you from the beginning and then continue. And then if whenever you're done with the demo, you can continue from your save from what you just left off. And Square Enix is normally has done that, but they didn't do that with this demo for some strange reason. I hate when demos do that, because I don't like playing demos like that, because you're giving me a teaser, but it's no real goal to it where I get to continue from my the retail game that I get. You know what I mean? But Forspoken, 100%, guys. I think I'll probably spotlight this game forever. Like, this game is amazing. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, and you guys can see from everybody in here, we all have Forspoken in our spotlight. The next game I'm going to spotlight here is Dead Space Remake, man. Yo, listen, I don't know what it is, because I'm normally not like the scary, type, game player where I play these scary games and just, have at it. But I've been enjoying these freaking remakes, man. These remakes have done justice for me personally, from the Resident Evils to now here with Dead Space. This remake was very fun, man. Beautiful looking game. Very, very, very scary again. A lot of jump scares, a lot of things to set the mood to get you scared, especially when that music start going. But one thing I loved about this game is that they give you a lot of weaponry. They give you the arsenal, man. And I'm just like, what? Another weapon? The whole time I'm playing this game, I'm like, another weapon? You just gave me another weapon. I'm like, oh hell yeah, sign me up. You know what I mean? Then you got to look for these nodes, and they have like little side quests as well that you do. I took my time playing that game. I completed it like 17, 18 hours in. You know what I mean? And normally, all these Dead Space pros will tell you, oh, you slow as hell playing that game. Yeah, I took my time because I was scared. Yeah, I was scared. Okay, my brother was shook.
I had to make a choice with Dead Space, man, because it was coming out. I knew I wanted the platinum Forspoken, and so like Dead Space just had to fall by the wayside, man. I was like, nah, it's gonna be Forspoken straight into Hogwarts. So I'll play Dead Space at some point.
It's a good game. It's a good, like, I don't think it's a long game, because like I said, there's side missions that you do, and it takes you off the beaten path. That you just gotta explore around this ship, Ishimura, I think it's called. But the game is pretty good, man. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I'm on New Game Plus right now, just because I looked at the trophies now, and it's like, oh, he beat the game on New Game Plus. So I might do that, but I'm really playing Hogwarts. You know what I mean? But yeah, Dead Space, I highly Hogwarts Legacy. I really recommend Dead Space, man. If you guys looking for that dope PS5 game, Dead Space is definitely one of those games. The next game I'm going to highlight here, yes, guys, I'm highlighting another one. You know what I mean? I've been waiting for this joint right here, man. Power Wash Simulator. What a peaceful. I didn't know this game was going to be that layered. You know what I mean? Like, but knowing that's a simulator, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That is that layered. But yo, they have all the little washing cups and the washing pressure that you got to do. That you can highlight to see whatever dirt is left on the Jeep or whatever you're cleaning. It's a dope ass game, man. You know what I mean? I'm not into the simulators like that, but this game is pretty fun. Like Persona said too. You know, I tend to watch those, you know, power wash, you know, type videos where they cleaning like somebody's like front porch or something like that. You know what I mean? Just so, you know, get that, you know, to relax or go to sleep. I usually watch those things, but the game
really?
Yeah, really.
You don't watch those videos, Kendra?
No, not a power wash video. I might watch like maybe some rain or, you know, something. I didn't ever think of maybe a power wash could be.
Yo, I watch
a power wash. Watch like cause I like to watch like power wash videos or like lawn care videos or like car detailing videos and shit like that. That shit is like the OCD of like seeing shit get cleaned. It's like a great thing to see. Of like I love it. I love that stuff, man.
Like I watch those.
Check that out.
I also watch like, you guys gonna laugh at this too. I watch like a lot of massage videos, where they give like tutorials or they just giving a massage, and you like it's ASMR. You feel that sometimes, especially when they start doing the head massage. I'm like, oh, I feel a tingle. You know what I mean? That job be feeling good when I'm going to sleep. And chiropractic video, I watch a lot of that as well, man.
Chiropractic videos, yeah.
Such a Ravenclaw thing to say. I feel
Absolutely. But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Let's get into it, guys. We got to talk about Hogwarts Legacy because, to be honest with you, I know this game was going to be like a deep game, a pretty rich, you know, when it comes to content game. Can you guys hear that or no?
Hear what?
Hear what?
You don't hear that?
No.
The ambulance? Wow. Okay,
no.
Cool.
No, I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, it's an ambulance like right in front of it, which was pretty cool that you guys didn't hear that.
Oh.
But yeah, the game is pretty much everything you kind of want from a like a Harry Potter type game. I didn't know they was gonna go that in depth as far as just the Hogwarts itself. Like I recently just rewatched like, you know, the Harry Potter movies. Like I always loved the Harry Potter movies, especially the third one, Prisoner of Alcatraz. I think that's the best one in my opinion.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
What's that? Alcatraz? Azkaban?
Stop it, Persona. Stop it.
I think that's the best one with Sirius Black and all that stuff. And
it's Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, Azkaban,
not Alcatraz.
I'm thinking about Alcatraz and Alcatraz.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's very Hufflepuff energy right there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But nah, man. Yo, they nailed Hogwarts, yo. They nailed Hogwarts, like everything from the paintings on the wall. Like there's a lot of detail that's going on in this goddamn game, yo. And I'm just like, damn, no wonder it got delayed, and no wonder you guys wanted to freshen up. This game is detailed as hell. Like even the stairway that, you know, when you're going up, it flushes out, and I'm like, yo, you nailed all of that aspect in this game, bruh. I'm just like, damn, yo, wow. What's
I need to know how the hell are they going to get this to run on a Switch or PS4 and PS5, PS3, PS4 and whatnot like that?
Yo, that's a good ass question.
I feel like I see like the next gen, like this is definitely a next gen feeling game. Like when you look at the world and the scope and things like that. But then I was like, yo, you really putting this on a PS4? You really putting this on a Switch or what? I'm just like, yo, like. Ow.
You might not get those things on the PS4, like the pictures.
No, there's no just in Hogwarts alone. There's so much going on, and the scope of Hogwarts is so vast.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I don't see it being the same experience on last gen consoles. I just don't see it. I'm
gonna have an answer for you guys, a visual answer for you guys in April, and also in June, because I'm getting a PS4 copy and a Switch copy, because my older, I will have. We can revisit this. Switch is coming out, I think, in June. I have to get both. My older daughter wants to play on her PS4, and my younger daughter wants to play on the Switch. I will have visual homework to be able to compare and contrast. If you guys want to visit this in the summer, we can have a conversation.
I'm gonna need to see that.
Yeah.
I think everybody that bought the game, you get the PS4 version as well. So I think it just depends on people downloading that. You know
I will not sully my console.
Yeah, but yo, even the opening of the game, yo, they set that thing up right, man. What's your thoughts, yo?
Woo! Let's take a deep breath. Persona, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You're the guest. Go ahead.
So the opening of this game was unexpected. I'm hoping. Before we get into this, we are fully talking about the game. We are not holding anything back. If you're here, we are spoilers as far as the very beginning. You guys, is that okay? Or
as far as what you have played, we talking about your impressions. Yeah.
I mean, like the first, if anybody ain't get through the very beginning, which like the first 30 minutes. I mean, listen,
Okay. I just want to make sure don't say too much, Kendra. Don't say too much. Okay, so the first beginning of the game is wow, it was very unexpected. That is just the whole. It's a word I'm looking for, guys. It was not powerful. It was very. Come on, you guys, help me. Give me the word, and then I could continue on as far as
masterful.
Because when she, okay, we can go with masterful. I connected right when we were in the carriage, right, with I forgot his name, who got ate by the dragon, but
that part was crazy.
He wasn't in the game that long, so I forgot his name. But just
you talking about the dude that y'all picked up for Professor Fig in your character?
Yeah.
He got ate by that dragon.
Yeah, I forgot his name. So at that part, because you pretty much start the game and you're with Professor Fig. And you're out in the in the village or whatever, and you meet the guy with the glass. We're gonna call him the guy with the glasses. And they get in the carriage and they soar off. They're heading to the ceremony. And some things get twisted up, right? They get into the sky and they're having a conversation about the box with the key and the fact that she can see the light. Or I'm sorry, your character, whether he or she can see the light on this box and has a key, going forward. But the part that really got me was when my character looked at the silhouette of the dragon in the sky, right? When the character looks out the window and it made that face, a face I can relate to. Like, I don't want to curse, but what the hell is that? She looked with the eyebrow, like her facial expression was exactly my facial expression when I saw, what is that flying in the sky? But I connected with it. I connected with my character. She knew something wasn't right. But you didn't even have a lot of time, because after that, the whole dragon attack, and it chomped dude up. Like it just ate him. I was looking for a body or something to fall out the sky. No, he ate him. He was gone. And then before he ate
like rare.
It was right. It was rare, and it was very. I hate to say it, but in this type of game, I mean, if you've seen the movies, it gets into it, and especially as Harry and his crew get older, it gets darker. But that scene was very dark, right? Mm-hmm. To get ate in the sky by a dragon, and it started you that way, which let me translate all this to say and sum it up. I knew this game wasn't playing. Yep. I knew this game was giving it to us, and they weren't sparing nothing. To be in the game for less than 5 minutes. And a character is being demolished by a dragon in the sky was like, okay, this is not going to be as whimsical and magical and PG as we thought it to be. They're about to come hard. And then after that, you fast forward. They're getting to safety.
How you feel about like your creative character have so much personality? That kind of shocked me, because typically like with these games that you create your own, character and stuff, there's no real personality, because the character is you. They're trying to portray it as you, but this character, whoever you create, got a lot of personality and a lot of dialogue too.
I think the best part about it was they gave our characters voices, and a lot of times we don't get voices, right? We're playing, and our part as the character is we're either reading it or our character has no voice. So giving these characters voices, giving these characters expressions, and remember, this isn't like just to compare like a Forspoken or Horizon Forbidden West, where you're playing as that particular main character. Aloy is the character. She's allowed to talk. She's allowed to engage. She's allowed to be in the cinematics. But in this game, the character is supposed to be you, like you said. And usually when you're playing like that, you don't get a personality. You don't get that. I don't even feel like this character is me now. In the sense, she's developing her own as she go about with the choices you get to make, and we'll get deeper into that. But with the choices and stuff that you get to make and how you get to go about, she's developed. In my mind, I was saying I'm creating a character and it's going to be me. But as I'm playing, she's developed her own personality. She is not me. She's the character in the game. So I like the way they did that. I think before we all played Hogwarts Legacy, we were like, oh, we're gonna make me in the game. I'm gonna name my character me, and I'm gonna go in then and I'm gonna be the greatest, witch or wizard of all time. And no, actually, the person in your game that you created that has their own personality is about to be the greatest witch or wizard of all time. You're just enjoying that character's story, and that's kind of how I got from that. But y'all can go from the beginning. So I don't want to go too far because then this can get real passionate. I'll just stop right there at the beginning. The impressions of the beginning was very it let you know that this game was coming hard. It wasn't playing, just from that death scene and the way that they had to solve
that whole intro. One thing I like and respect about games is how they do the introduction process as far as the tutorials teaching you. Because I'm pretty sure Persona as well. I was doing this. Every single pot in that beginning area, I was breaking with this.
I was breaking all the pots in that area and like spamming the magic moves to see what was up. One of the things I love the most, just to kind of add on to what Kendra was saying when it comes to your creative character, because when I was creating a character, when you go through the creative character process, it's not as in depth as something like say like a Street Fighter 6. It's how in depth that is, or a Monster Hunter or something. Yeah, it's not that in depth where you can fine tune the nose, the nose bridge, the nostril. It's not that.
Sims.
It's not that in depth. So it's very simplistic, but I really got to give them credit because although it's simplistic and it's not as in depth, there's still a lot of things there to choose from. Like when it comes to the hairstyles, when it comes to even like the faces, the color, the eyes and all this other stuff, there's still a great deal of things to choose from. So even when I was like creating my character, she came out great, like the hair, everything. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like
they nailed the hair.
I like that. They nailed the hair, man. They nailed the hair, bro. I was impressed. Like when I was like, damn, they got our hair proper.
My real hair that I wore growing up. Like honestly, with the curls out, I'm like, that's my hair. Like what I used to wear before I cut it.
They got
I'll be honest with you, like
everybody
posting up there, like create a character. I'm like, everybody look on point, man. Everybody look on point.
Especially the characters look on point. But then when I got into the game and my character, she's talking and she's interacting, I'm just like, yo, this is gonna be a great experience. Like off the riff of that, I knew it was gonna be a great experience. I'm like, yo, they went the extra length of actually having your character talking and she's got her own personality, or your character, has her own personality, and you kind of can, the way you respond to different people can be either, much more, nice or snarky or, sly or whatever. I'm like, all right, this is, and it's all voice acted. And the voice acting, I think, is really great. Like between you and like whatever character.
The character creator kind of limited, in my opinion, because there's so much the character itself is doing. Like what you just mentioned earlier with Monster Hunter games, the character creation is pretty in depth, or like heck, even like a Souls type game. The character's not really speaking or have a personality. This character have personality. This character is his own character. Whatever you created is the character. It's his own character.
And it becomes a part of that world. And they really do a good job of like really making your character feel and be a part of like the Hogwarts world. 100%. Like it's very cemented in. And that opening with Professor Fig and seeing the dragon fighting those knights. Doing the I forgot the spell to light up your wand. Lucio, Luminous, or Lucius, Luminous. Yeah. Luminous, and just like seeing how beautiful the game is, man. Like that was I'm playing on my OLED, on the C1, and like, yo, this game
I know,
is,
it's
and
gorgeous.
I'm playing on balance mode with
Oh, it's
the so it's
Lumos. Somebody said in the
Lumos,
chat
yeah,
it's Lumos.
Lumos.
Our bad. Look.
Well,
That's
I'm playing
the
on
most
balance
common
mode
spell.
with
We
the
all luminosing.
Yeah, Lumos.
playing on balance mode with unlocked frames.
Mhm.
It's beautiful, man. Like I'm telling you, this game, the character models, all of it is just beautiful. The world,
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, this is incredible, man. Like it just is.
How did they get it all right with not, and I'm not saying we probably have I mean, as far as glitches are concerned, I've probably came across two. When I say minor, I mean minor, to the point where it didn't even shake, rattle, or roll nothing in the game. It was just oh, okay. So I'm thinking, how did they get it so damn perfect? Like, how did they get it this right? What is it? What's the recipe? What's the spell, right? That they were able to get this right.
I think the developers love this
care.
this world in this
It shows through the development that they definitely like, they care about this world. They care about creating something that was high quality, because like, yo, I feel like I'm at Hogwarts. I feel like I'm there, man. Like being plopped in Hogwarts, and like, yo, I'm telling you, you can just lose yourself in the goddamn school, man. And it's still so much outside of the school, but just in the school itself, it's so much.
I wanna
all these hidden paths and nooks and crannies and flying pages and all,
and testing your education, your real life education.
That's why I want to talk about. I want to talk about the gameplay.
They're doing some real math. I'm just saying.
I want to talk about the gameplay aspects of it a little bit, because I feel like the game, like you just talk about the whole exploration and stuff like that. It is very intuitive. It's very fun to do. Like, seeing the stuff, the pages flying around, using not Luminos, but what's the reveal spell?
Accio.
Not Accios.
It is.
One to reveal. The one to reveal.
Revelia. Yeah,
yo,
like that.
I'm spamming that joint all day, every day. Every room I'm in, I'm like spamming that joint.
Someone got me laughing. Every 3 steps.
Revelios.
Yeah, because you want to see if there's a page or there's like a little manuscript or whatnot there. You know what I mean?
Or just to hear a chime, right? When you do Revelios, to hear a chime, because even if you don't see anything, there's something around you that is for you to solve or get, or a chest or whatever. When you hear that chime, it's like, you got to kind of stop and look around, and then that takes you off from what you were doing, because now you're like, I got to crack this. Where's this thing at?
It gets worse. It gets worse the further you go in, because the deeper you get into the game. Because once you unlock talents, there's a skill that you can unlock that actually makes Revelio the range even further. So now I'm Revelion all over the motherfucking place. So like, my chick won't shut the fuck up with Revelio.
Yeah, but the thing is, they made it fun. They made it fun and addicting to do that stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, I really enjoy the combat, man. The combat
I love it.
is pretty fun. Like, at first when I was in the tutorial area, I was like, I want to see how they're going to do this, because you're tying everything to that one the R2 button, and you got to hold the R2 button to get to the face buttons for the other spells. I'm like, is that going to be good? And then now when you're actually playing in it, actually, doing the combat with, especially that first, when you get to Hogsmeade and you get to like, matter of fact, the first area. Matter of fact, Hogsmeade, you get like the other spells. So yeah, Hogsmeade, and you fight the little
wand
the big troll.
And everything.
I'm just like, it flowing, man. I'm really liking the combat, yo.
Yeah.
So watch out.
And
it's even deeper than that, because I'm not gonna like spoil anything too crazy, but this is just talking about talents again. Because I thought when I was looking at the skit, when you look at the spell tree, it's so much there, and I'm like, damn, if I only got 4 slots, you're really gonna have to be strategic and methodical when it comes to setting up your spells based upon the type of enemies that you're fighting. But no, there's actually talents that increase those slots to where you can use the directional pad to change to a different set of spells and use that. And I'm like, okay, so now we can kind of get real jiggy. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so like when it comes to the combat, especially like what really made me like, all right, this combat really is like intuitive and deep was playing in Cross Wands, the tournament. Because when when you do like round one, right? When you do round one of the tournament, that's baby shit. That's kid shit. When you get to that round 2, round 3, and you fighting when you fighting 4 enemies, and you gotta you gotta Levioso or whatever the fuck it is. Akios, pull these motherfuckers. It is so methodical and so fun because it's so engaging. Because you're not just spamming the R2 to just damage enemies. You got to take that shield down and require specific spells, and so you really got to pay attention, be methodical. And I think that's important, and that's great. Yeah, the color, because it keeps you engaged to a point where
you're
you're always thinking, you're always engaged.
Education.
And I think that's why the combat also resonates with me. Where I'm like, I'm loving this combat because it's just so fun.
But once he break that shield, it's a wrap, yo.
Combos. I already got the combo vids.
But you know what? Guys, it's interesting because we've been in spaces and we've talked, and if you guys can remember, one of my biggest issues with learning Forspoken was one of my, I got the combat is so new, right? The mechanics is so new with Forspoken. Listen, Forspoken now is a cakewalk compared to what you have to do and the knowledge you have to have in this game to be able to be successful at defeating these enemies. Like you said, Persona or Bari, you have to be very strategic on how you're going to put everything. And you also have to kind of be ahead of the game in the sense of what are you about to encounter. You have to pay very close attention because that means that you're setting yourself up properly before you even encounter, maybe the boss. I'm not a boss. Oh Lord, your next enemy or enemies, or whatever it is that you're doing. You're kind of preparing to the best of your ability because this is all based on your school. This is all knowledge based. This is all building on your growth, right? And I think when I compared it to playing Forspoken, Forspoken is extremely easy. And I'm not saying Hogwarts is difficult by no means. I'm not saying the combat is difficult. It's very, very different, and it's challenging in the most satisfying way. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying, right? Because there's a lot of rock, paper, scissors when it comes to Hogwarts. But I think Forspoken combat is much hard. Like the surface level of Forspoken might be much easier, but when you get into the nuances of Forspoken, like spoofing within
especially
combat,
when you're fighting somebody fighting the different enemies that you're
but
fighting.
Think about it though. Like think about it when you playing Forspoken, right? Because we've all you guys are a lot further than me, but we've all beat the story. We all got far enough to encounter some of these hard enemies. But think about Forspoken for a second. So when you beat all the Tantas, right, and you absorb all of their powers, and you know that you get to switch the skill set, right, and as you continue to play the game, you get familiar with a lot of the enemies and what they're who's weak to this or who's who resists this or whatever. You kind of start to use your muscle memory. You memorize kind of some of the patterns with Forspoken, and you get real good, and then you become unstoppable in Forspoken. In Harry Potter, I'm sorry, not Harry Potter. In Hogwarts, I know I'm slipping. In Hogwarts, you have to you may think you're smart, right? You may think you have got all the knowledge. You may think you're that wizard or that witch and you've got this down pat and you strong, but the game continues to let you know that you are at school for the and you are not where you always think you should be. You are still always a step behind your knowledge or your skill or your ability, because just when you get cocky and say, man, I'm like you said, I'm Levioso, I'm this, I'm that, you will get got quicker than you would get. There's parts in Forspoken where you could be so swift and so agile and so good at what you do, you can come out almost untouched.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's I get what you're saying, Kendra, and I agree to a certain degree, but I feel like when we're comparing Forspoken and Hogwarts, I feel like it's like comparing Last of Us to COD. The reason why I say that is because Hogwarts is much more grounded and more methodical. It like deliberately more methodical. Whereas I feel like in Forspoken, you can approach it in a more arcadey way,
but
Right.
also still have that methodical twist if you're trying to be stylish in the combat. Because the combat, obviously, if you're understanding the enemies in Forspoken and their weaknesses, you could curb stomp a lot of these enemies. But there's also a lot of other enemies in the game that also can do things to you. That's also that will hurt you. And definitely pretty weak. And so I think that it's one of those things where it's not a fair comparison, because how you approach the gameplay of both games is so far on one side or the other of the spectrum that they really can't be compared accurately, in my opinion.
Well, I think what I'm trying to probably say is not so much of compare them, but for me personally, I thought Forspoken was, I would say, a challenge in the sense of learning the new combat mechanics and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now to me, Forspoken, and not because I've played it, not because I know it, Forspoken was easier for me to then get that pattern, versus Hogwarts Legacy is, as soon as I think I'm getting it, I have to be, I've messed up so many times in Hogwarts with the wrong spell, or not paying attention to my enemy's shield color, right? And accident. But as I'm doing that, I'm getting got very quickly, because you get your spidey sense. I'm gonna call them spidey sense. When you know something, you're about to get attacked by an enemy, right? Right, me, okay. My daughter called it spidey sense. She was like, "Oh, you got spidey sense," so I just started using it. But when you get your senses and you're about to be attacked, you have, for me, it's like no seconds. Like, it's like, oh my god, like I'm trying to attack this enemy and I think I'm on a roll and I got you, but I just got served, right? And before you know it. And then wait, and not only did you get served, but I forgot to heal. Like, it's so many different little elements that you're not as good. You're not as good as you think you are. And the minute you feel like you are good, the game lets you know you have a lot to learn.
The thing is, you gotta take into account
what I'm trying to say.
Is that I get you. The thing you gotta take into account too is that you have less hours in this game compared to something like Forspoken. I'm pretty sure you had to build up to get to that level with Forspoken, where you can just know what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hogwarts, you're still learning the nuances, the ins and outs. The healing up. That's one thing I did forget too. I was like, oh, I'm low health. You know what I mean? I'm looking at what's this red bar? I was like, oh, that's my health. Let me press the down button real quick. You know what I mean?
I think with Hogwarts combat as well, it's you're a wizard or a witch, so like you're not really going, although they do have an ability like that's kind of like flow, where you kind of, when you hold down the dodge, you kind of phase behind somebody or phase around like super quick. But I think with Hogwarts, and again, I think both Forspoken and Hogwarts combat is great. I love both of them. Like, I'm not saying one is worse than the other, but I just think with Hogwarts, where it excels at is in the much more deliberate, methodical approach that you have with it, as opposed to Forspoken's arcadey, which, again, I Forspoken's combat is just incredible. Like, Forspoken's combat is what I want to say. Forspoken's combat is some of the, like, in this generation, Forspoken's combat is in my top 3 right now when it comes to combat in games. Like, there are very few games that I feel will get Forspoken's movement and that combat flow perfect. Like, I feel like the developers for Forspoken, they got that shit perfect. It is perfect. And I think the only game that might top it or be on that level is Final Fantasy 16.
You know what I want to say too, before we move along, is that when it comes to this game, being in Hogwarts, that wizard world is important. But if this game wasn't even titled Hogwarts Legacy, this game would be dope as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, it's capturing all like the Harry Potter stuff, but just overall the game itself can hold its own. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's when you know.
Without the name is what you're saying.
Let me go back to my question I asked earlier then. Do you guys think that, and again, it's early, we still in the honeymoon phase. We still got a lot of time we need to spend with the game. So it's a bit unfair to ask this question right now, but I am curious to see what the mindset is of, us, and also, people in the chat. You can answer this as well. Is Hogwarts Legacy going to be our Elden Ring of 2023?
So I was okay. I was given a comparison, and somebody said to me, I think it was in a space, that Hogwarts Legacy played on hard is a baby Elden Ring. That's what they called it. They refer to that as baby Elden Ring. Now, for someone who didn't take to Elden Ring that much, I can't really compare. And that wasn't, it wasn't my game. I didn't, if you play Elden Ring and you love it, kudos to you. But that was interesting to hear because it did, I raised the eyebrow, and this is before we got the 72-hour access, right? I raised an eyebrow and I was like, well, if it's a baby Elden Ring, I don't know if that's, what I'm trying to go, but I see what they mean. For the people who spoke about Elden Ring and then compare it to this, who play both, it's not holding your hand. It's not a baby game. It's not a baby game. It is. I don't care if the name's attached to it. I don't care if it's Hogwarts, Harry Potter World, whatever you want to call it. This is a challenging game. It's not. Don't come in here thinking that it's all cute and you're going to go to Hogwarts and you're going to be a little witch or wizard. It is challenging. When you get into that combat, bruh, even on I'm playing on normal. I wouldn't even touch hard, right? I wouldn't even touch that because my husband started the game on. He said, let me go ahead and bring that back down to normal. As a matter of fact, in a space, someone put it on hard and then they changed it to normal. I guess they couldn't beat something. Normal is a challenge. So I don't even know the experience of what you're going through, Persona. Bro.
Yeah, hard mode is very difficult.
It's challenging.
I love it though.
I'm gonna answer this question two ways. When you look at everything outside of the game, as far as like the popularity, how big it is, I can see where you're coming from when it says, is it the Elden Ring of 2023? Because Elden Ring was like a very popular game, huge game, and it's still early, but I get where you're coming from. So yeah, I can say on that aspect, yes. When it comes to gameplay and just the level of things, I can't compare it to Elden Ring.
What about the challenge?
I want to.
The challenge is there, but like I said, Elden Ring is a game where you can create whatever class you want to create. That's within the world. This game, you are just basically being, like a wizard or a witch, like that you can be, or in Elden Ring.
I want to be clear with the question because I'm not saying in terms of gameplay. Obviously, that's a toss up. I'm speaking more so of.
That's why I answered it in two ways.
Yeah. I'm speaking when I ask the question. I'm speaking more so as in the success potential. The Elden Ring was a phenomenon in 2022. It dominated in sales. It was one of the most popular games all year. It's probably at 20 million right now, really and truly. So that's why I asked the question like that because I see people in the chat saying yes, but there's also a lot of stiff competition, which I do agree with. We still have a lot of other great games that are releasing like Final Fantasy 16, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, all this other shit. Absolutely. And I think those games will also be very, very high up there as well. But I think when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy, it being a game that's available everywhere is why I think it will also be that phenomenon of the year, because although Elden Ring was available all year, God of War still shined, Pokemon and Horizon and all that stuff still shined. But, when it came to the default, people were defaulting to, Elden Ring. And I think with Hogwarts and its mass appeal to so many different people and just, it's the most viewed game on Twitch, with 1 million plus. I've never seen that on Twitch before. And then when we're looking at the Steam numbers, over 500,000 people are playing this. It's shattering Steam records. I'm sure for the console market, it's going to shatter those sales as well. I think that this game really, and again, when you look at the when you get into the game and just see how much is there and how much is exploring all that stuff, I think it's going to be one of those games that seriously, just it's going to sweep the community. It's going to sweep.
You got people that aren't even gamers in any capacity, right? Who are Harry Potter fans and who know about this game. Yep. And they want to play the game because they are familiar with Harry Potter and the stories, and to get into this game, it's not even them learning how to be a gamer per se.
Exactly.
It's them going to Hogwarts. It's about them now being a part of the world. And these are people who do not play games. As a matter of fact, who don't even own a console, and who want to get a console for this game.
And that's the point that right there, Kendra, is exactly what I'm talking about. Where when it comes to Zelda and all these other games, absolutely, these games are going to sell millions upon millions. But I think that what made Elden Ring so popular and pulled it out of that niche market last year was its appeal to the casual audience, and that fact that it was a more pick up and play style Souls game. And I think with Hogwarts, it having its mass appeal, not just to gamers, but also to people who don't necessarily follow gaming or pay attention too much to gaming, I think it's going to pull those people in as well. And when you get that, and you get those casuals or non-gamers in that's able to say, you know what, I want to pick up a PlayStation to play this. That's huge. That's huge.
Because you gotta think about
Hogwarts has that potential.
You got to think about the Harry Potter fan base. As let's we know the game, but let's go to the real quick, the mindset of these Harry Potter fans. All people have ever all these fans have ever wanted was to really be a witch or wizard in their fantasy, right? These people go to Universal Studios Hollywood, where I am, to go to Harry Potter Land to take their wand and to do the magic spells and to wear their robes, right? And to do, or cloaks, I'm sorry, to wear their cloaks and to rep their houses. And when you come out, out here to go to Universal Studios Hollywood, and you go to the Harry Potter world, it's real, okay? If you have never, it's real. So you take those fans and you tell them, guess what, guys? There's a game called Hogwarts Legacy. And in this game, you can be everything you ever dreamed to be. In your house, and you say, what? These fans say, there's a game? Where's this game? Right? And they find out this information where this game is. Now you got a person who doesn't play games. They're now, where's this game? How can I live my best, Hufflepuff life? Ugh, whatever.
Mom, I'm going to Hogwarts.
Right, I'm going to Hogwarts, right? And then they find out. Then they go learn about the game, right? They go YouTube the game, and they find out that this game is the game of games, right? It's a world. It's not just a puzzle game. It's not just it's you. You're submerged into this world, and you're a century before Harry Potter, right? You're getting something that the movies are over here and the game is over here. And if you're and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not, when you're a sick Harry Potter fan, when you're shaken and you can't think about anything else but Harry Potter and the wands and your spells and what you would do to your teacher in class or your boss at work, you say, I'm going to get this game and I'm going to take all of my life and I'm going to put it into this game, because now it's about you being in this world. And it takes that person who will get a PS5 and go get this game. And this will be the only game that they play.
I feel like when it comes to this game, it's going to be as popular or even more popular than Elden Ring, just due to the same factors of Elden Ring. The community helped push that game to where it's at, as far as people making content, the Twitch streams, the YouTube videos. The same thing is going to happen here with this game. Just looking at the strength of Twitch already, a single player game. This is a single player game with 1.28 million peak concurrent viewers at launch. That is insane.
Wasn't that before? That was the 72-hour window, right? That
Tuesday when the game released. That's when this 1.82 million concurrent number came out. On Friday, when I was at work and I was checking it, it was at about 600-700 K, which is still that's still a record. Still a lot. Yeah, that's still a record. On launch day. Yeah, because now everyone has the game now, and then you couple that with, this is why the universe works in such a crazy way. Then we can move on, Bari, because we're already at 12:30. This is crazy. PlayStation 5s are available around the world with this live from PlayStation, and this game is being marketed with PlayStation in mind, and the game is available, and then you got. Let me shut up.
And the special treat. No, I'll say it. The special treats that only us PlayStation 5 owners got. We got special treats for having this game on PlayStation 5.
PlayStation smart, man. Like this game is gonna move PlayStations. It absolutely is. But go ahead, Bari, my fault.
Yo, the thing is, we're sorry. Just to mention this as well. As we move along from Hogwarts, the game is definitely popular because PlayStation. They had a Hogwarts Legacy limited edition DualSense controller.
I don't want to talk about it.
And it sold out in a matter of I know it's seconds because I had the browser, I had it up on my phone and I had it on the browser, and as soon as I refreshed when it hit that 1 o'clock, it was gone. It was gone.
You didn't get it, Bari?
No, I couldn't get it at all.
So, hey, guys on the panel.
Whatever.
Ask who on the panel got.
So we're gonna move on now.
We're gonna move on. Move on, because the tears will come down.
Hey, Berthoda slick too. He's like, "Oh, you ain't get it, Bari?" I was like, "You son of a gun."
Yeah, I didn't get it. My heart was broken.
They said, "Oh, you Hufflepuff? Oh, I got you, brother. Come on through, man.
There was no way.
Just for you. They saw that y'all was Slytherin and Ravenclaw. Said, "Oh, nah, yeah."
Berthoda was like, signing and sign. I said, "Yo, bro, I tried both, man. You know what I mean?"
I tried hard. I even tweeted Persona with a broken heart and crying face. Like I just
it's gone. He gonna keep writing back. So you didn't get it? I'm like, yo, bro, it's gone, bro.
Hey, man, don't worry. I'll be sure to do a nice unboxing and tag both of y'all. I got y'all.
Yo, so yeah, the game is definitely about to. I'm very intrigued to see like what's gonna be the sales numbers like in the first week or just first month, because I know it's gonna be gangbusters for sure.
Yo, it sold out and this controller $80, bro. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, yo, listen, man, don't underestimate the fandom.
All the I think the colored controllers it's 75. Yeah, this one's $80. This one's 80. Oh no, this is the only one.
Was God of War 80?
Yeah, God of War is 82.
God of War was 80. Yeah, I got that one too.
But yeah, man, it looks cool. Like I was just gonna get this controller just for like collecting. I don't personally think it's like a
I'm not going to use
controller. Because I don't like what they be doing with the touch pad. Like simplify that, you know what I mean? Like something like put some wands or something on there, like small.
Although I like the Hogwarts castle on the touch. I thought that was cool, but it definitely I definitely liked it though. Like I'm buying it straight up to collect. I'm not using that. I got an edge.
I would have collected too.
Knowing how popular the game is, you can definitely flip that. But let's move along though, guys, because we didn't even get to the news yet, but we still have one more thing that we gotta talk about, and that is The Last of Us episode 4 and 5. Our impressions, our review when it comes to that. Just to be real quick, when it comes to episode 4, I wasn't as critical on episode 4 like everyone else was. I think episode 4 was a great setup for episode 5. My only downfall or big criticism when it comes to both episodes or just the show in general, I don't like the whole skipping the actual death scenes, like people dying or people getting shot. They skip that stuff. This is HBO. HBO is known to showing people getting their head chopped off, their limbs chopped off. You know what I mean? That's the most gruesome deaths in the world. But for this game, for some strange reason, you just want to skip all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Somebody.
I think I know what scene you're talking about.
Yeah, like they keep skipping it. Like when Ellie did her first kill in episode 4. I think they showed that she shot the dude in the back, but the continuation with Joel, they skipped that. They was like, oh no, we'll fade into.
She went through the wall and he told her to turn her. Boy, it was Ellie. Yeah, and then I thought that was weird too.
The same thing they're doing here in this episode 5. Like even when the what's her name? Catherine. It's Caitlin or Catherine. Somebody gonna correct you, right? Kathleen. Yeah, there you go.
Kathleen. Yeah, that's her name, Kathleen.
Even when she went to go kill the doctor, it would have been much more impactful if you'd have went up there and showed that you shot that doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, come on. This is The Last of Us. We know what we getting into when we come to the show.
We know what this is.
Especially since this is HBO. Like HBO has shown, like, have you ever seen Oz? Have you ever seen Wyatt and all that? Like,
exactly,
come on, man. Like, I don't get it either. Yeah, Game of Thrones and all that. So I don't get that, especially Game of Thrones. Like shit they were showing in there. I'm like, yo, So that's why I'm like, yo, the kills in here are and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's HBO. I think that's more so probably the director or Neil or somebody like that. Yeah, PlayStation with that shit. I don't see HBO censoring stuff like that. Not simple shit like that.
Yeah, but why though?
I don't know.
Do you know they must not know what we've seen in the game? Well, I guess.
Well,
so.
you're not censoring the love scene. So why are you censoring the gruesome stuff? In my opinion,
good take. Yeah, we got a full on. Yeah, we got.
That's more of a political take. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
man,
I'm kind of shocked that they actually skipping those things because even with episode 5. Kendra didn't see episode 5. I'm not going to spoil it. You know, everything.
No, it's okay, guys. I promise.
There's a certain. If you play the game, a certain person dies, and they skip that. I'm just like,
it's just like, they cut to Ellie's face. I'm just like, yo, man.
Yeah,
they even did that with Kathleen. Damn, I don't want to spoil it too much, but they even did that in another section as well, where I'm just like, yo, like this just. Like, and listen, I love the show. I think episode 5 is the best episode right now. Like, it's definitely like if I had to order the episodes, 5 and 2 are fighting for that number 1 spot for me personally right now.
I put 2 above 5 in my opinion.
Episode 4, I thought episode 4 was great. My only thing is I agree with you. Like the kill scenes, it's like, yo, show this man getting his head blown off, man. Because like especially when you look like Last of Us Part 2, where it's even more gruesome than Part 1. It's like,
oh my god,
come on, man! Like, and the crazy thing is that worries me because if we're going into a second season where you are doing Last of Us Part 2 and we're not getting a lot of that stuff, I'm gonna be honest, don't do it because
Ellie and Abby scene,
you're watering down, man. You're watering that shit down too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Ellie and Abby scene, if we don't see that finger getting chopped off, like, yo, what are we doing?
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Episode 4 was a great setup episode, though. I like that, and I know a lot of people weren't feeling Kathleen. I get it; she's more of an emotional leader, but she's also got her. Yeah, I liked her. Like, but she's also got her reasons. You know, like she's been betrayed. Like she's still conflicted. Like I think they did a good job of showing how conflicted she was with having to be a leader and wanting revenge. Versus, not wanting revenge and wanting to just move on. And she showed in episode 5, we saw what her decision was. No, I want revenge. I want this person done. I want him gone. I want him in the ground. And that's what she decided to go on. Even after her brother, she said, like, my brother, he would have wanted that. But no, this is what I want.
I'm not him.
And this is what I'm not him. Exactly. So I thought that was a very powerful scene because I actually think that also brought the character into who she was truly trying to be. And again, in episode 4, you see that confliction. In episode 5, you see her truly say, you know what? I accept who she was and that's it. And this is what I want. I think episode 4 was a great setup episode though. I like how they did show, that relationship between Joel and Ellie. Build a lot more, very strong. And so I like seeing that stuff because that stuff is also very important when it comes to the journey. Episode 5, I'll be brief. I won't spoil it too much. It was incredible. Sam and Henry, great. My only issue is it took a little bit in the episode for me to get used to Sam being the whole sign language thing. I was just like, there's moments in the story in the game where I'm just like, I wish this was being spoken out a little bit more just because, it's just, I feel like it would have hit a little bit more, but I did like the relationship between this Sam and this Henry in the show. Henry plays a very good big brother. And I think Sam, he acted his ass off, man. And as Sam and even though he wasn't talking, I think in the end of the show, when the way it happened, how it did, he acted his ass off, man.
As long as he saw the emotions.
He conveyed the emotion. Yeah, he conveyed the emotions very, very well. Even though he wasn't talking, he conveyed the emotions extremely, extremely well. Sam, Ellie and Joel were great. And there was a lot of gameplay fan service in this episode that I think I love so much. And then the bloater, oh my god, I loved it. The bloaters and the infected, oh my god, this was definitely an amazing episode. So I'm digging it.
Yeah, like the episode, like I'm really liking the Last of Us TV show. So as much as we are being critics, we're just being so critical because we love the video game as well. I just feel like certain story beats of the video game is just better than the TV show. I understand the setup for the TV show because you're it's a TV show, so it's things that you got to do differently. And at first, I was in the same ballpark as Persona when it came to Sam, but yeah, towards the end of the episode, I'm like, okay, I see why they went this way. And it definitely had that emotional beat, but I'm just like this. The emotional beats are great to set up, for the audience and whatnot. But I'm just like, damn, how much life lessons or things are you trying to teach this man? Joe is a well-experienced man, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, you are doing everything to set this man up for this love for Ellie and all that stuff, which I get, I understand, but I think they're going a little too much. Some of these episodes, I want to see some more action in it. And I know that sounds dude, bro, and I know it sounds crazy to some people. Like, no, I want the emotional beats, but I want to see somebody get their head off. I want to see a shotgun. Where is a shotgun? I want to see limbs getting blown off. I want to see somebody's leg getting taken off. I want to see actually somebody getting stabbed in the neck, not just an infected. I want to see Ellie stab somebody in the neck. I want to see Joel. I want to see Joel.
You want to see blood come out. You want to see blood pouring out and all that.
I want to see Joel pick up a 4x4 and just whack somebody in the head.
You could definitely tell that they're definitely playing it safe with a lot of this stuff. And I think part of that is because they're trying to reach a newer audience as well with this show and not just the hardcore fans. So when it comes to a lot of the stuff that they're doing in these episodes, it's kind of like me and Marvel movies. Bari, remember back in the day, we used to sit, me and the old crew, we all used to sit in the goddamn party chats on PlayStation for hours arguing about how comic book inaccurate this movie was or that movie was. And then after a while, you kind of just be like, you know what? I just have to shut my brain off because if I don't, it's going to bug the shit out of me every time I see these Marvel movies. I know when I go see Ant-Man, I'm sure Kang is going to be great, but I'm sure there's going to be extreme inaccuracies when it comes to Kang, when it comes to Ant-Man, when it comes to passing of the torch, when it comes to how they do the quantum. I just know, but I have to shut my brain off.
The good thing about Kang, even the comic book diehards don't really know Kang. The Kang origin story is complex as hell, bro. It's gonna be hard to find what this man really is and all that. But
but when it comes to the show itself, though, man, like I just need to see. I want to see more gore. I want to see more gore and more.
The thing is, they have the scene set up for those action portions. Like I feel like when you are there in the action portions, let it play out. I feel like there's too much cutting off. There's too much fade to this area, fade to that. Let's be safe. When the action scene happen, it got to be monumental because as a TV show that's trying to set up these emotional bonds and build these emotional set pieces, we're not seeing it as much because of the TV show. So I understand that. But when you actually in that action scene, you got to go out. You got to go all out. And that these two episodes set up themselves to be, set up some really nice action scenes. And I did feel like with episode 5, they did a great job, especially with the infected. But the human interactions, they got to do better, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. But we got some super chats and we got some.
Let Kendra give her thoughts on episode 4.
My bad.
Oh no, you're fine. Episode 4, you pretty much said it, Persona. It was a good episode. It was a good filler episode. I agree with you guys. Like that was some of our thoughts in the conversations too with my husband. I think they're not protecting the viewers because some of these some people have never played the game, right? We played the game and we're in control of a lot of what we see in the game. I mean, if you want to blow the brains out of a stalker or a runner or whatever and put a big hole on the side of their head, you're able to do that. I think we know how gory this game can be. But the show, I mean, to take it to that level, some people I have people in my family that can't stomach it. What we know that they could really bring to the table in this game, in this show, and they are playing it safe. I get that vibe that they're playing it safe. They don't want to turn anybody off. The only reason why we're numb to it is because we played the game and we know what it's capable of. But if you really took that and put it in the show, you could say, oh, that's a lot of blood. I can't do that show. It's a good show, but I can't, I know people like that. And I think they're just being very considerate.
That's what HBO is there for. I think HBO, knowing that the show is on HBO, you know that you are getting a very mature rated, violent, TV show. You know what I mean? So
true, but for some of our grandmas who's watching it, and they know it's HBO, right? They do know it's HBO, but when you say HBO, you got to look at it as a whole, right? HBO can give you some really good love scenes. It can give you some really good murder scenes. Like if you go all the way back to The Sopranos, right? When they was killing people in the mafia, they killing them, but it's not gory, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to be mindful. Some people really can't stomach what we know this show can put out. And I know that from talking to family. Like if it goes way left, I might vomit, I might throw up, we know that can happen. So when we say HBO gives us adult rated content, cool. But gory content, you kind of got to separate the two.
But I disagree with that a little bit though, Kendra. Like I agree, but I disagree because some of the greatest movies of all time have gore. Godfather 1 and 2
absolutely.
Godfather 1 and 2 is revered as the greatest movies of all, like some of the greatest movies of all time. And in Godfather 1, towards the end, where Michael he sets up all the bosses to be killed. Mm-hmm. Hey man, they were showing that. Joe Green, Mo Green, he was in there in the goddamn massage parlor getting a massage, and man's opened the door, pointed the gun to his face, and shot him through the eye, and you see all that, and you see like the blood pouring off. So I don't know, like I get that, and then even again going back to Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is one of the most viewed shows on HBO, and that shit, the Red Wedding, you stabbing a pregnant woman through the stomach? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, no,
chopped off.
Like how can you see like something like the Red Wedding, which when I first seen that, my jaw dropped. I was like, what? Yo, did he just?
But think about it. But think about it like this though, guys. There's a visual. There's something that happens in the muscle, right? I'm not about to get medical, but look at the show already within itself. When you really get close up to a clicker, we'll use a clicker for example. The look of the clicker is disgusting within itself, right? It can already turn a person's stomach with no blood, no nothing, just the clicker, just these infected. Just for instance, in episode 2, when Tess got tongue kissed, right? Whatever you want to call it, we're gonna call it tongue kissed, right? that is disgusting, right? That is something that if you just ate dinner and you went to watch The Last of Us and you saw that scene, it could make your food come up. It really could. So you got to look at the show. And I agree with you guys. I'm all for the gore. We played the game. I'm for it. But I do have to think about the other audience when this show already have elements of disgust. Just the infected alone is disgusting. So you take that and you blow its head off. You blood and I mean, there's a level of gore. See, the gore that you're talking about, Persona, is more of blow his fucking head, blow his head off, right? Just blow the guy's eye off, right? But
I'm looking for that RoboCop 1 gore. You know what I mean?
Right. There's level to the gore, and the level of gore you're talking about, and in Games of Thrones, where somebody gets their head chopped off by a sword. And I'm gonna use Granny for example. Granny not gonna trip off that. Granny has seen probably a lot of acting where people got heads cut off with a sword and people got shot and right in the head and the blood splattered. Cool, but think about what Granny's watching today. This infected situation. It's different. It's really
really. No, my grandmother loves scary movies and shit like that. Man. She loves that type of shit. So like,
she love my mom does too. She they love them, but we're numb to it. See, we're numb to it. For somebody, when I listen to people that haven't played the game, mama, granny, auntie, whatever, they're already talking about how disgusting the base of the game is. I mean, the show is, right? Just did you see that thing with that was making that sound? And it's oh my God, that thing is so ugly. I can't even take it. I couldn't even. My stomach was already. You blow his head off. Granny gonna turn HBO off. That's enough. That's already, so I agree with you guys 110% because of a player. I wanna see all that. I wanna see the game on HBO 100,000%. But when you talk to people who have never played the game, the show is actually gory as it is. It's amazing. Talk to somebody who hasn't played the game and see their perspective. This is all they're getting is the show. It's already gory. The infected is already, they've never seen anything like this before. The sounds that they make, the fact that that scene, I'm telling you, that scene when Tess got tongue kissed, that was probably the most talked about. That it was, my grandma said, was those maggots with strings? What was that came out of, what was that? And I'm thinking, oh Lord have mercy. No, Grandma, that's something else with it. That was the nastiest shit I've ever seen in my life. And she let him put that in her mouth. It's already certain things that I'm telling you, it's already certain things that they're getting from not playing the game that is disgusting and gory. And we're looking for, we know we know what this is, but we want to see, give us the blood, give us the holes in the head, cut off the clickers. It's so there's two different worlds. I just wanted to point that out because
I feel like they need to cater to the gamers because
100,000%.
These are the people that's gonna sit in the podcast, sit in the Twitter space, and talk about this show.
Absolutely.
So,
hey, let's get these. It's a lot of super chats that built up, so let's get some of these super chats as well.
And we got some members as well.
Let me get the super chats. You get the members because I can't see that.
Okay, so I'll do a member, then you go to super chat. I got you.
All right.
So Oolong T, 5 months, being a WUPS member, WUPS Nation member. He said, Griffin, door in the house. Kendra, run me my wants. That's what the man said.
Hey, yo, that's funny. Viper, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says,
DC.
No, we got DC. Oh, yeah, sorry. DC, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, anybody ordering a well-done steak is a war criminal. That's crazy.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, that's a fact, though. A well-done steak, you might as well be eating a tire.
Yeah.
Viper Reef's going to appreciate you for the super chat. He says, just compare the Horizon Forbidden West DLC with the regular game. You will see how much was held back. That's a good point because the DLC is PS5 only. So
it's the PS5.
Oh, then we got Try Celsius real quick. Hold on. Try Celsius with the 3 months. WUPS Nation. He said, good morning. He said, good Saturday morning to you fine gentlemen and lady at What's Up PlayStation Podcast. I wish you all good vibes. Thank you for hosting us, the gamers.
Oh, man. We appreciate you, Try Celsius.
You're going to do Viper, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do, Brother. I already did Viper. We're going to do Brother Darkness.
Okay, gotcha.
Brother Darkness, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, I would give everything in this game. He's speaking about Hogwarts, by the way. I would get everything in this game a 10 besides the combat, and that's only because coming from free-flowing casting on Forspoken to be stationary to cast every spell, even the basic attacks, was jarring to me.
See?
In my opinion,
I get that.
In my opinion, Forspoken is leaps. Not saying Hogwarts is bad, but Forspoken combat to me is amazing.
Absolutely. And the shout to Oolong T Gamer, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, Hogwarts Legacy has so much potential to have a standalone multiplayer like Ghost of Tsushima. I have so many multiplayer ideas that would be great. Hopefully they add one to the game. I mean, it's a lot of Quidditch shit too. Like when I got my broom, there was a lot of Quidditch like stuff. And I'm like, yeah,
they said it's not going to be there.
They gotta be.
They gotta bring it.
They gotta bring that, man. Like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way you flying around a broom like that and you can't do no Quidditch. Cut the bullshit.
Yeah. They gotta bring it.
And then
we got we got Stone because I know you can't see it. Shout out to Stone with the 5 months. WUPS Nation. Say hello Persona. Hello Bari. Hello my Slytherin sister.
Yes. Hi, honey.
Don't even read the message. Skip the message.
No, don't. You better not. Stone. Hi, honey.
I put an extra this one that Stone. It's the happy 5 months to Slytherin. Me and WUPS.
Hey, shout out to Stone. Appreciate you, Catwoman.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Oolong T Gaming, man. He says, call it magic sense. He's talking about whenever you show that little,
the Spidey sense
thing when you about to get hit.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Viper Recorner for the super chat. It says, if the game wasn't related to Harry Potter universe, it wouldn't sell. I can bet money on it.
I'm not talking about
the
soul. I'm talking about the
Can the
game
same
being
be said
good.
for Elden Ring though?
That was harsh.
so.
Wow.
I think so.
Okay.
Can the same be said for Elden Ring then? Because there's a lot of Souls like imitators that don't reach even the success of a Souls game itself. So what is that?
Oh, that is a good ass point. I ain't even gonna hold you on that. I ain't even gonna hold you. That Hufflepuff spitting. Okay, I like that. I like that.
You know,
I like that.
Hufflepuff Nation. We out here doing what we do. You feel the feeling?
I like that.
Okay, so if this game was not attached to Harry Potter, Hogwarts, nothing, and it was on a PlayStation. It was on a PlayStation. Not Direct. Oh God,
Showcase?
what Showcase, right?
State of play.
State of play. That there it is. State of play. You mean it's and they showed this great world and this whole big open world was everything that we got, but it was named something else. It wasn't Harry Potter Hogwarts.
Legacy
You mean
Hogs.
to tell me? Right. You mean to tell right? You tell Fantasy Wizards or something. You mean to tell me that this game that wouldn't raise eyebrows for people who still love the idea
I think it would.
witches and wizards? I do.
See,
I
but
think
see, here's a caveat
It
to
wouldn't
that.
be as
Kendra.
large though.
I think it would raise eyebrows, and I think it would definitely pull people in. But I think people would also be turned away and call it a Harry Potter knockoff and not buy it off the strength of just that.
Hey, yo, this man spitting today.
So you know, I think it's a combination of that because
Hufflepuff energy.
I mean, listen, Hufflepuff Nation. But see, because let's go back to Forspoken.
Okay.
And I said this when I was talking about when me and Bari were talking about Forspoken last week. Forspoken is the Avatar Last Airbender game I've always wanted.
Yes. Yep.
100%.
Always
Yes, it
wanted
is.
ever since I was a kid. This is the Avatar Last Airbender game I've always wanted.
Put
and we got it.
Aang in that game and call it Avatar Last Airbender. Yo, that
it would have
sell
sold millions.
Hey,
It would have 20 million right now.
Frey would kick Cora's ass. Now, I'm
Yo,
gonna throw it out there.
facts, Kendra,
Frey would
facts.
kick Cora's ass. I'm sorry, and I'm a huge Avatar fan, but she would kick Cora's ass.
Yo, Tanta Frey versus Avatar Korra.
Oh.
Yeah,
Avatar
Tanta Frey,
God.
hands down.
Tanta Frey. And really and truly, when I don't want to spoil it, but you if you play Kendra, you know what I'm saying when I say the end of the game, when that scene, that was that was some Avatar state shit. You feel me?
Yeah, it was.
So let's be real.
But that's more OP.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't called Forspoken and called Avatar: The Last Airbender, this game would have been at 20 million right now. I'm telling you, this is the game that I've always wanted.
The only
Avatar
thing
Last
Korra
Airbender.
has over Frey is like hand-to-hand
The
combat
Avatar
things.
name.
And the hand-to-hand combat. But yo, Frey is
Yeah.
way more powerful. Yo, she's way more powerful, bro.
Hey, yo, Frey would destroy Korra. She would curve stuff because Korra, even in her Avatar state, Korra was still weaker than even Aang, in my opinion. Like I just feel
Absolutely.
like I love the Korra show. I thought the show was great. It's not better than the original.
It's not better.
No,
I thought it was great. I thought it was cool. But
Yeah.
even with Korra, as like, you know, she was more experienced when it came to like her abilities and all that. But when she got in the Avatar state, she was kind of like, I was like, shorty, what you doing?
but wait a
here?
minute.
I need the chat to finish Forspoken and then come back at this conversation because y'all ain't seen Tanta Frey.
Y'all don't understand Korra would bully Frey. Y'all ain't play Forspoken.
No, you haven't played Forspoken.
Y'all
What
ain't played
about
Forspoken.
what about Avatar? What about Avatar?
Kiyoshi?
Yeah, Kiyoshi.
No,
What about
no,
Avatar Kiyoshi?
That
right?
Avatar Kiyoshi would definitely give Frey a
A
run
fight.
for her money. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
Yes,
The only reason why I say Frey,
I'm
the only
waiting
reason
for.
The only reason why I say Frey, because when Frey is in her Tanta Frey, the ability that she has, everything that the avatars can do is just obsolete. Because you can't touch her. You can't touch her.
It's true. They're right, guys.
Plus,
They're right.
when she's in her flow, Frey actually has 5 abilities because that flow is also an ability. When she's in her flow state, you're not touching her, bruh.
Knock it off.
Not in that
Knock
flow.
it off.
Not in that
Dodges
flow
everything,
state.
bro.
Man, let's
Not
move on
everything.
because that's a whole conversation in itself.
Yeah.
And then shout out
Play
to
the game. Play the game.
shout out to Viper again for the super chat. He says Kathleen reminds me of that spiritual lady in The Mist. I never seen that movie.
The Mist is with
Yeah, I've never seen that
the Superman. What's the Superman name? The dude name from Somebody Say.
I forgot his name, but I know you're talking about.
I think he was in that movie.
Oh, you talking about Small? Okay,
Smallville.
Okay, I get it.
That's the dude that was
you talking about the? Is it? I thought that movie was called The Fog. Why thinking about?
Oh, you know what? You probably right then. My bad. You probably right. I'm mixing
and the Hufflepuff Nation again points to Hufflepuff. Please, thank you.
God.
Oolong Team Game appreciates you for the super chat. He says, "I think the hospital scene will be the most brutal we will see." I don't know, man. Listen,
it's a lot of black.
It shouldn't. No. See, but it shouldn't be because we still got the David scenes. We still got the hospital scene, under the tunnel. The hospital should not be the most gruesome. It should be up there. But there's still a lot of stuff.
It should be the most action. Should be the most action.
Yes.
Yes. Action, but not gruesome. We should have already had that by now before we get to the hospital.
Are they going to show Joel killing Merlene at the end? You get what I mean? Like, it's so many things that I hope that they just they stick to and do, because I'm gonna have a problem.
See, we don't know because I don't know. With all the routes that they're taking, all the things, it's really a not know. You don't know what's gonna happen. We don't even know. Look, the way they killed, or no, they didn't kill, but the way Bill died, Marlene could get any death at this point. At this point, it doesn't even have to follow. It don't even got to be Joel at this point. It really doesn't. So I don't know.
There's also a certain scene in episode 5. I know it's emotional, but I didn't really like the direction where they went with that. And it has to deal with Ellie and Sam. Ellie and Sam.
Underground?
No, when they were on the bed and it was talking.
Is it a comparison? Yeah. Is that scene supposed to be in comparison to where her and Sam is having that conversation in the game?
Yes.
Is that supposed to be? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's different in the show because Ellie does something different than what she does in the game. That's supposed to be more sentimental and supposed to kind of be more of like there's hope here, but then it kind of gets shattered in the end. Okay. And I get what Bari's saying. She
didn't give him a toy or nothing in the show.
No, she did. She did. She gave him the comic book. It wasn't a toy. It was a comic book.
The whole classic scene of him, she stealing the toy from wasn't even there either. That's like, my bad.
Or even like Henry and Sam, like when Henry was like, "We don't take what we don't carry." Like it's certain thing.
I know, guys.
Let me stop, because then people are gonna say, "Well, Persona, it's not going to be 1-to-1 to the game. Like if you want to see that, then just go play the game."
No, I'm not saying that the scene wasn't heartfelt. I'm just saying that, don't get it twisted when I'm being critical, guys. I'm being critical, but I enjoyed the show. I enjoy what they're doing. I get what they're doing. It's just certain that certain aspect, I feel it doesn't. In the future of what they want to go, it doesn't really set that up properly, or the impact is going to be lost, in my opinion. Not saying that I don't like the show or what went on in the show. I just didn't personally like what they did with that. But I don't want to say it because I want to.
No, that's fair.
Kendra say her thoughts. Well, Kendra watch
it's okay.
And then shout out to Viper Reefs again for the super chat. He says PlayStation. He says Sony wants the most viewership. Playing it safe does that. My mother-in-law is watching The Last of Us. She does not like gore. I know the moment they do gore, my mother-in-law will stop watching. Sony wants to keep that viewership high. I mean, I can't argue with that. He's right.
If The Last of Us being out Game of Thrones,
I don't think so. No.
No. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones' highest viewership was like 15 million. Yeah, like an episode or something like that.
That had people head on a stake. Okay, just let you know. What I mean? People were getting off. That had a little kid falling from a tower.
No. They actually hung a kid.
Yeah,
they did.
With Ollie. With Ollie.
Yeah,
hold up, no, Becca, hold up, man.
But that's not gore.
No. Kendra, they hung a child at the gate. When they killed Sam.
I remember.
And Sam came back. Not Sam. Was this not Sam?
No, it was
John.
Yeah. No.
Jon Snow. No, Jon Snow. They hung a child, Kendra.
I know, but see, it's not. That's not gore. See, you got to remember, gore is disgusting. Gore, you gotta. It's too. See, you're putting gore in, but they're showing this stuff.
Kendra,
I got you.
if someone can watch a child get hanged and think that's not disgusting, something's wrong.
No. But see,
gore is like gore is like the insides coming out.
The visual. See, the visual. Yeah, the visual. Right. The visual of it is different. That to see death in that capacity, that's not gore. But when we're talking about some people can't stomach, like you said, guts coming out and blood splattering, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's two totally different. I know. Yeah, I'm on y'all side.
You got it. Y'all got it. And then last super chat. Then we got one more message. Brother Darkness, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, I think more people turned away from the G scene. I think y'all know what I mean. The G scenes than gore scenes, especially in older community. I don't know about that. I don't know. I can't really speak to that. So, but and then shout out to True Virgin. I appreciate you 1 month as a member of WUP Nation. He says, "Is the guy with the lisp a Slytherin? If not, then that's a war crime. Final Fantasy VII is trash. It's still trash.
I ain't part of no Slytherin, even though I like that green. That green kind of
Slytherin is the best. Slytherin squad. That's us.
And then shout out to Wolfgang Mashima. Appreciate you joining the WUPS Nation, man. Hope you enjoy your stay, man. Shout out to you, bro. All right.
Yes, sir. Yo, we ain't
even get to the goddamn news, man. Yeah. My God.
Let's get to the news now.
You see what I do to the show? I'm sorry, guys. Look what I do to the show. No.
I mean, it's great conversation. People are enjoying it, so it is what it is. Yeah. But we're gonna get into the news now, man, because a lot of sometimes when you're hosting a podcast, Persona can attest to this as well, where the beginning of the week it could be like this. It's like, damn, man, how you gonna set this show up? You know what I mean? How we going? And then that Thursday and that Friday hit. This news after news after news after news after news. But before we get into the big stuff, we gotta talk about the top downloaded PlayStation Store games in January. So here are the top downloads from the PlayStation Store. This is all digital, guys, and we're just gonna compare the US and the EU as well. So Grand Theft Auto 5, #1 selling game digitally on the PlayStation Store, not only in the US and Canada, but also in the EU, in Europe. Then the second game we have here is Dead Space, so that's a big name for Dead Space here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, NBA 2K23, FIFA 23, Madden 23, Forspoken #7, boy!
Hey!
Get a PlayStation trophy, man. Forspoken was actually #5 on the EU digital front. Then we have The Last of Us peaking up in sales as well in the digital standpoint. At #8, then Monster Hunter Rise #9, and God of War Ragnarok #10. As you can see, the top 20 games here, we got Need for Speed, Elden Ring, Ghost of Tsushima, Tom Clancy, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank, One Piece Odyssey #17, not bad. Kind of surprised that it's that low, because One Piece is a big game, but I guess people probably turned off by the whole turn-based. The people that love RPGs and nostalgia that want every game to be turn-based, it seems to be skipping One Piece Odyssey. Mortal Kombat 11 and Among Us and Gran Turismo 7. And I know Gran Turismo 7 sales about to peak. It's about to go up more because when that VR hit, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the top 20 games? Anything surprising?
It always amazes me how Among Us is always still on there. Like that game, Among Us it's a fun game. I'll be lying if I said I haven't indulged in it, but it's just always on there. Among Us is a top game. These kids and these people love that game, and all the new stuff that came on it. It's I can't play it anymore. I used to play it when it was when it was new before they did all these updates, and I used to kill in that game, but now I can't keep up with these kids in that game.
Yo, these kids be cheating in that game. They cheat. They all
do.
Cheaters.
My kid cheats. I watch her.
They be looking at their screen. They be looking at y'all screen like, yo, come on, man.
I watch her
ruin the fun.
I watch her cheat, but no, that list I work with it.
Yo, I feel at this point that Gran Turismo 5, I guess Gran Turismo 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, like, yo, it can't be new people buying this game. It can't be. It can't.
No, just fans.
Well,
fans.
new people that get into gaming, that's the game they buy.
Oh, you know what? Maybe so though. Not, I take that back. You got to remember
Always new people getting this game.
Well, not too. You got to think of a lot of people weren't even allowed to play that game when it came out. Now they are paying the cost to be their own boss, and now they're getting into the experience of playing that game because their mama didn't let them play that game.
Oh yeah, now they're older, right?
Now they're older.
In age.
Yeah, you got to remember Grand Theft Auto.
I had to buy it. My mother wouldn't buy San Andreas for me. I had to buy that with my own allowance.
Exactly. So you got and what I don't know about y'all, but that game seemed like it was the only game. I was always old enough to play them, but that game I always heard.
You ain't got to flex, Kendra. Goddamn.
I'm not saying it like that.
On me like that. God damn.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying I've heard parents that do not know nothing about gaming, but they knew about Grand Theft Auto and they knew that was a game that their kid was not supposed to play, right? So they would not allow anybody or anyone, Christmas, birthday, nothing for them kids to get that Grand Theft Auto. So now those kids who were deprived of that experience now are old enough to say, you know what, mom's never let me get Grand Theft Auto such and such. I'm going for it now. So I think that's why the numbers.
I agree with y'all. I agree with y'all.
Yeah.
I think this list is I think this list is no surprise, I'm glad to see, a lot of games are still charting, a lot of people still buying the PlayStation exclusives and whatnot, which is always good. And the usual suspects with the sports titles and the CODs and Grand Theft Auto. I mean, you're always going to see some variation of those titles on a top 10, 20, anything. So this is a good list. And then Miles Morales still selling, which is this game easily is it's got to be crossing 20 million by itself already or close to
Miles Morales itself. Yeah.
It's selling because a lot of people who are now able to get a PlayStation 5, they were not going to play Miles Morales on any other console. They wanted this experience. They wanted the PlayStation 5 experience. So now that PlayStations are available, literally just went to my GameStop. They're there.
Yep.
The bundle God of War bundle, they are there to buy and walk out the store. So now people are like, now I can play Miles Morales for what it's worth on the PlayStation 5. They were not going to play it any other way. So you got to remember a lot of these people didn't get a PlayStation 5 when we got them.
So guys, everyone that's in the chat, there's a Q&A question up on top. They wanted me to do a Q&A, but I'm just asking one question. All right, what is the best PlayStation 5 game to date, right, in your opinion? And the reason why I'm doing that here is because on PlayStation, they just posted this like earlier this morning. The Player's Choice Best PlayStation 5. So there's a whole bunch of games here that you can vote for. To show you the categories here. Best PlayStation 5 game. They have Plague Tale Requiem, Astro's Playroom, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Death Stranding, Director's Cut, Deathloop, Demon Souls, Destiny. You get the gist of what I'm saying. Elden Ring, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Gran Turismo, Hades, Horizon, Miles Morales. You get the gist of what I'm saying. So you guys right now can go on this website and cast your own vote. So I'm just going to copy and paste it here, but you can let us know in the chat. But I want to get, a little spicy out here because I know, listen, I know Persona really well, guys. And I know he's going to have a hard time. Kendra, I'm getting to know Kendra, and I know she's going to have a hard time. What do you, in your opinion, on this list right here, what is the best PlayStation 5 game? For me, I voted Returnal. What about you guys?
For me, I gotta go with God of War Ragnarok. I gotta go with God of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
I do. And that was hard because Horizon Forbidden West is near and dear, but Horizon Forbidden West was to me the best visual game. So I did vote for it, but visually Horizon Forbidden, but game it got to be God of War Ragnarok for me.
Okay.
It gave me everything I wanted.
I agree with you. The visual, I definitely voted Forbidden West on the visual. I voted already, so I'm not going to do it again. I don't know if this counts, even though I'm not logged in here. I don't know if it's going to count like that, but let's make sure you guys vote as well. But also in the chat, let us know what Persona, before we move on, what is your best PlayStation 5 game on this list, sir? Is it unpacking? That boy he's sweating right now. He's sweating.
The best PlayStation 5 game for me personally, is
Did I get it right?
Sorry.
God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, I got
Come
it
on.
right. I got
Come
it right.
on.
I got it right.
God
Come on.
of War Ragnarok. You feel me?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so Persona and Kendra went God of War, which is, God of War is definitely up there for me. I just feel like when it comes to the overall PlayStation 5 experience, not only with just the gameplay, story, that's the PlayStation 5 taking advantage of the features. I gotta go Returnal, Mike.
Yeah, Returnal,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure.
All right,
Yeah,
this is
I
another
like-
tough
I-
one. PlayStation, this is tough, man. This is best PlayStation 5 indie game.
Trey.
You got Bug Snacks, Chicory, Cult of Lamb, Death's Door, Disco Elysium, Hades, Haven, Inscription, Kana, Bridge of Spirits,
Kana's
Ali
on here?
World,
Kana.
Seasons, Sifu,
Yeah.
Solar Ash, Stray, Tunic, Unpacking. We are OFK. Oh, that I remember the game. I know. I was like, what the game is that?
It's
Watch out.
between Stray, Sifu, and Kana.
I went Sifu.
I gotta go.
Oh.
I gotta go with Kana Bridge of Spirits. I gotta go with that. And then if I have to have my little pocket indie, the one that I'm gonna take with me is gonna be Stray. I thought that was just the cutest little game.
I'm gonna give it.
I just learned something just now. Hold up.
What?
Now I gotta
What?
log in. You can
What
vote up to
happened?
3 times. You can put 3 of the games.
Oh
up
really?
there.
Oh, I already did it once. Let me see. Okay.
I only did it once.
Oh, it takes you back to the thing. Oh, you're right. It does. It take you back.
Hold up.
You can go back
now,
and vote. Mhm.
Now I gotta log in and actually vote now.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold
I
up,
see it.
bro.
Best indie for me is probably gonna be
You
Sifu.
have Stray up there. Stray or
I'm gonna do Sifu.
I can't. Can we just take? Let's call Stray like. I don't want to put Stray in here. I want to take Stray, and Stray is like those when you get a handful of like your snacks, and you get all your stuff with you, and you grab a handful of snacks and you leave, but you got all your main stuff with you. Stray is like that little indie. I know
That's a hell of an analogy, bro.
No, it is because Stray is like that. I don't like to put it. Okay, compare it with these other indies. I'm not gonna. It's just that little back pocket indie that I want to take with me. But I want to pick. It's not my top indie, but I don't want to leave home without it. It's like taking your cell phone and your charger. It's like taking your
So
cell.
you're saying that Stray is an anomaly?
Yeah,
Stop getting triggered, man.
They're an anomaly.
What you mean? Ain't nobody triggered? What you talking about?
It's her
bro?
opinion. It's her opinion.
And I respect her opinion. Yo, boy, shut up. Listen.
Stray it was near and dear. It was really cute. It wasn't. It's like I said. It's like taking your cell phone with your charger. You know, well, I'm gonna be somewhere, and I need my charger with me because for sure my phone gonna die.
They're an anomaly.
Yeah.
Yo, real talk. I was enjoying Death's Door, but I didn't. Other games came out where I didn't go and finish it. So yeah,
like Hades and Death's Door. I didn't finish those. If I had to put, if you can choose like 3, my 3 here best indies is Cult of Lamb, Sifu. Wait. 3. All right, hold up.
I can tell your top 3 is.
All right,
Stray,
you know what? Kana.
Kana. Yeah,
Kana, Sifu, Stray. I love Cult. Cult of Lamb is kissing third, but nah, it's gonna be Kana, Sifu, Stray. Those will be the 3.
All right.
I love Cult of Lamb though. Cult of Lamb is incredible. That is an incredible, amazing game.
Now we got this
it's
one
like
here.
your cell phone, your case, and your charger. Boom, right there.
There you
We
go.
got this one here.
There you go.
Best PlayStation 5 graphical showcase.
Horizon Forbidden West, hands down.
Horizon Forbidden West,
hands down. No other game on this list. No other game on this list comes close to Horizon
touching
Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West, hands down.
Listen, when I sum it up all the time when people when you see the ocean in this game, and I know people have heard me say it so many times, if you have never seen water in a game like Horizon Forbidden West, shut up. The water,
the water's so real. Swimming? I thought my TV was a port. I was about to jump in that bit. You feel
That's
me?
what I'm saying.
I tried to jump in.
Yo,
That's
this section right here to list all 3 is tough because there's a lot of great. Like I personally chose Demon Souls, Horizon, Ratchet and Clank, like the top best.
In that
graphical
order?
showcase.
Yeah.
No, not in that order. Horizon is number 1.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If we're going off that, if we're doing top 3, I'm gonna have to give it to Horizon Forbidden West would be number 1. Number 2 absolutely is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah,
like
Ratchet and Clank.
That game is still winning awards to this day.
Absolutely. It's
when it
beautiful.
comes to his technological prowess.
Beautiful game.
Number 3, real talk, I'm gonna give that to GT7.
Yo,
GT7 is incredible, man.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Or even Spider-Man Miles Morales looked
Miles
amazing.
Morales was beautiful.
Yo,
Yeah, Miles
Resident
Morales was
Evil
incredible as
Village
well.
too. Yeah, I know people like not. Oh, it's third party, but Resident Evil Village, that was
Village is beautiful.
Gorgeous ass game, bro.
Especially when you get into the mansion. Oh man, it's beautiful.
You just talking about Lady? You talking about Lady D? Oh yeah.
Oh no! I mean, you know, she is very statuesque. But
hey,
I mean,
Bari, all those visuals in the mansion, right? Lady D's visual. Just say what it is. Just say what it is. Lady
D. Lady D got a nice butt.
We all like a little pound cake, you know.
But this is why I'm voting for it. I'm gonna stick to my vote, even though it's tough because I think Dead Space look amazing. I think Final Fantasy VII Integrate looks amazing, but I'm not gonna put it like top 3. Ragnarok is a beautiful looking game as well. But yeah, I'm pretty secure with my top 3 here. But y'all let us know.
Returnal's very beautiful as well. Returnal and Last of Us
and
straight.
And I was just about to say the remake for The Last of Us. They came. I mean, oh god,
straight up there too. Straight up there too.
Is definitely up there. Stray is beautiful.
Definitely up there. I told you, Stray in my pocket. Stray stays in my pocket. It stays in my pocket.
All right, so last one. Best use of DualSense wireless controller. We got Astro Playroom, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Dead Space, Deathloop, Forspoken, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, Returnal, Rollerdrome, Stray, The Callisto Protocol.
I already got my 3. I got my 3. So top 3 is.
Can you guys see the list? Do I need to zoom?
Yeah, we see it. No, you good. We see it.
Astro's Playroom is number 1. Number 2 is Returnal, hands down. And number 3, no cap. Number 3, Gran Turismo 7.
You know what's my number 3? I'm with you with Gran Turismo. My number 3 got to be Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, man.
Yeah. You know what?
It gotta be, yo.
It's a toss-up between GT7 and Ratchet & Clank because GT7, that force that you feel when you hitting on that brake and that gas.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man.
GT, it was amazing.
Look, man. GT7.
You know what? I'm probably being biased when it comes to GT because I'm not like into racing like that. But I can acknowledge that the DualSense is being great. It's implemented.
And then you feel the road when you feel the wheel to the road and the haptic feedback of the controller. Hey, yo, that
Ratchet & Clank had that feature as well. Modern Warfare is up there too because the single player is amazing. But Ratchet & Clank had that alt fire just like Returnal. A lot of similar. If you like Returnal, there's no way you can not like Ratchet & Clank as well. Like as far as when it comes to DualSense,
my list is identical to Bari's. Identical to Bari's. When I played Returnal, I was like, damn, they are really, really using this DualSense. And of course, Ratchet & Clank. It's identical to yours, Bari. Astro, Returnal, and Ratchet & Clank.
But this list on itself is a great list as far as the usage. I didn't really feel it in Dead Space like that, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think like where did they really? The vibration felt good, but not really. You didn't really feel any tension within the weapons.
Real talk, Deathloop's DualSense implementation was really good as well, man. When I was shooting those, I was like, "Whoa, this DualSense!"
And the gun jam, that was
that DualSense. The DualSense
what's you guys
was really good.
After you have your top 3, what's your honorable mention then? Who would take your honorable mention in the best use of the DualSense?
For me, Ratchet & Clank would be the honorable mention. Like it's interchangeable between GT7 and Ratchet & Clank for that honorable mention, depending on who has the number 3 spot.
For me, like the next 3 or this next one?
No,
just your honorable mention, just the one, just the next one.
Yeah, that's tough, Kendra. That's tough because I felt like Last of Us was really good. I feel like Horizon was good as well because that deals
Ragnarok
with the whole DualSense.
Oh yeah, especially with the bow and arrow and all that. Yeah.
I'm going to go
give it to GT, bro. Like GT was just too amazing, man.
I'm gonna give it to Horizon. As far as the runner up because that game, the whole game, it dealt with the adaptive triggers, the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine is between Horizon and The Last of Us, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Last of Us 2, like you felt that with the bow and you felt that with the shotguns as well.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Cause even Call of Duty is up there. Call of Duty, low key, is up there.
Look, Bari won like 3 honorable mentions.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna be like the next three.
Nah, real talk. As much as I hate Modern Warfare 2 and I think it's a dog shit game, the DualSense implementation for that game really is like it is top tier. Like
it's good.
It is.
It's tough, man. But
even like the haptic feedback, like you feel like COD has always been good when it comes to those DualSense implementations since the PS5's launch. So I give that to COD. So yeah.
This is tough. I'm definitely curious to see how the votings the votes is going to be. I think you have up until February 16th where they're going to reveal the choices over all the social media channels and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll definitely see. I like when PlayStation do these things because you get like you get diversity within the answers. You know what I mean? There's a huge variety of answers that you get. Not everybody list is going to be the same. Not everybody. Let's look at our own top threes. You might have one or two the same, but that third one's probably different. You know what I mean? So
it just shows how different we all are as gamers. I mean, honestly, that's these polls really do that, and that should be the focus of the gaming community. We're all different, right? We like it differently. So,
but but to add on to that, Kendra, we all actually play the games too. So
right,
we're able to
right.
I'm sorry, my fault. This is the wrong podcast for that.
See, that's why I didn't say nothing about GT7 because I'm like, it's a beautiful game, but I'm not, a car game. I'm not that, so I didn't say nothing. But my husband's a big fan of it, but I do not play race. Like I said in a post, I said, damn, I think besides Mario Kart, which I don't really go, but Cruising USA. That's probably the last racing game I was able to comprehend, right? Because you get into GT7, I feel like you got to know car parts and engines and exhaust. I'm like, yo, that's not me. It's not me. So,
hey, real quick,
what we are going to get into
the chat really feeling you, Kendra, man. Ghostface said, "I want Kendra on the show every week. She's great."
Oh my god, thank you guys.
Good people. And then one super chat from Stranded Ninja, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, "What's up, y'all? The thing about the violence is that it's supplementary to what's to be the point of the show, humanity of the characters." He's speaking of the Last of Us show.
We trust me, we understand. I'm just saying that if they were this is why I always stand firm in like my opinions and stuff, because if you were to flip the question and be like, if they were to show the gore and the action and all that stuff, what will be your answers, or what will be your reasons behind your thought patterns? It would probably be like, oh, this is great, because that's something that you also will want to see as well. The fact that we're not seeing it now, people are adjusting their opinions and adjusting their thoughts, because you know how it could be.
Oh yeah.
But
and people in their the gamers, it's us. It's what we.
Let's get into this ultimate PlayStation VR2 FAQ. But while we're doing that, we got to show this unboxing. Yo, can y'all give your thoughts real quick on this unboxing? PlayStation really out here doing what they got to do. Go ahead, Persona. Go ahead.
PlayStation need to do all unboxings of their product first before anybody else does theirs, because
can you repeat that, please? Can you repeat that, please?
PlayStation needs to do an official unboxing of their products first before anybody else does, because I forgot the lady's name, but she did an incredible job not only unboxing the PlayStation VR2, but actually accurately, efficiently explaining to the audience the use case for everything that came with the PlayStation VR2, even down to the inner box and how that can function as a storage as well. It was short. It was 9 minutes. It was short, sweet, to the point, concise.
Hey, Yone Yama.
It was full of what's her name?
Hey, Yone Yama.
Ayone Yama.
Yeah.
Okay, so shout out to Ayone.
Yone.
Yeah, shout out to Yone, man. She on point.
Is the global product strategy and manager.
Oh, shout out to her, man. We gotta get her on the show. Yeah, I love this. This was very informative. It was very concise, very professional, very clean, and I love the demonstration. And her manicure on point too. Goddamn. And I just love Yeah, like I just
Love
noticed. I'm
it.
looking at the video and I'm just like, damn, like her nails is on point.
I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it. Actually,
Yeah,
I was gonna say it. Like,
I just
her
noticed. I was
nails
like, damn,
done.
like,
Yeah, she got it done. She got it done for the
yeah.
hey, them shits
I was
on
gonna
point,
say that
man. You feel me?
too.
Them shits was on point. I ain't gonna lie.
On some Frey shit. Her nails is
Oh,
done,
first.
y'all. Like,
But nah, yeah, it was great. I love this. It was on point.
Yeah, very clean unboxing. Go ahead, Kendra.
No, I was gonna sum it up real quick. High quality, as what we know PlayStation to be. That's it. High quality. That's what you're gonna get from us, from PlayStation. You're gonna get high quality, and that's what that, to the point where her nails is done.
Yeah, like one thing, like Persona mentioned it, the fact that she went into detail on not only how to unbox the headset, but how to use it. I was because when I saw the video pop up, I was like, how you have like a 9-minute unboxing video? What we doing here? You know what I mean? But she's showcasing, here's how you plug it in into this port that we always wondering what is for. Here's how to put on the headset. Here's what each individual component is for. This is just an amazing unboxing. Very simplistic. PlayStation is very simplistic when it comes to their boxings. You know, I know a lot of people, the discourse on Twitter is like, who's boxing is better or packaging is better and all that stuff. But
I see people making that comparison, like making jokes about that too on Twitter. Like,
I'm pretty sure.
The packaging was so cheap, but I'm like,
she also mentioned here that a lot of stuff they're using is like recyclable and it's very planet safe.
The same thing Apple does. And I bet you all the people that had comments have an iPhone. Knock it off.
Yeah, PlayStation already got that green initiative, so a lot of their packaging is not going to have plastic and all this crazy shit that's not needed. Like it's all, everything that comes into box, even with the PlayStation, is reusable, recyclable. So
they're making you feel good. This video makes you feel good for the money that you're investing in this product, and they're letting you know that we appreciate your purchase, spending 500 plus, and we're going to give you a quality video explaining to you and showing to you what you are about to receive, because we value you as the consumers of our product. Here you go. You know, and that's I mean, it's PlayStation. This is,
you know one thing I liked about this too.
I feel high class. Right.
You know one thing I liked about this too? The fact that, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a box hoarder, okay? I like to keep my boxes until I get to that point where it's like, you know what? I don't need this, and I throw it away. But the fact that the actual the box that because there's two boxes, you have the shell case and then the actual box that the VR is in. That could be the storage for your PlayStation thing too. Because remember we was talking about Personas, like I'm probably going to get like a headstand or something for the VR unit. But they in the box that is the store, and I like that because I got me like a desk coming in, like an office desk coming in. I'm going to put it to the side of this desk and have the VR on top of it. So I'm just like, yeah, it's perfect for me. I mean, so
yeah,
I appreciated that what they did. But a few little tidbits about VR that I feel like a lot of people are interested in with this FAQ. So I'm just going down to the games portion. How many games will be available at launch for PlayStation VR 2? More than 30 games will be available for launch window, including all new titles and upgraded versions of pre-existing PSVR titles. And they have a whole full list as far as what's going to be available in the FAQ. It also asks here, how many games are in development for PlayStation VR 2? The answer was there are currently more than 100 titles in development for the PlayStation VR 2. How you guys feel about that? That's a lot in my opinion.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I think a lot of, I do believe that they do have a lot of games in development, but I also think a good number of those are also going to be PlayStation VR 1 titles enhanced to PSVR 2 titles, like we saw with Moss 1.
Yeah. And the Zenith game.
Some of those as well. Yeah, the Zenith game and stuff like that. So I think some of those titles will be that, but I do know that when it comes to the industry, there's a lot of developers very interested in and enjoy making games for VR, especially with VR 2. I've seen a number of developers kind of like come out and just praise how much easier it is developing for it and just how much more power you get out of it, so I definitely think it's gonna be a hit, and I think this PSVR 2 is gonna be a big hit.
Also, they ask a great question, which I feel like this is one of those questions that you gotta ask a lot or have on top of like your advertisement, because people are going to ask regardless. Can I play PlayStation VR games on PlayStation VR2? PlayStation VR2 is designed to deliver a truly next-gen VR experience with advanced features such as haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, inside-out tracking, eye tracking, and more. Due to this new approach to playing games on PlayStation VR2, PlayStation VR games are not compatible with PlayStation VR2. Anybody that owns VR totally understand what they're saying here, but this is something that they're going to have to nail and repeat a lot, because
but it makes sense, especially when you look at the lay of the land when it comes to the PlayStation VR2 compared to one. You really do have to remake a lot of those games because everything is now kind of centered around the headset and not necessarily all the other peripherals and things like that. And listen, I'm not a developer, so I'm not going to say it, pretend like I know what goes into the process of making these games. But I believe when a developer says, if we were to make, we can't just port this to PlayStation VR2 because the entire thing is different now. Like the camera, motion tracking, all that stuff is so much more advanced on a PlayStation VR2 that we really have to rework how the game functions in order for it to be playable on that. I get that.
It's a new experience. Here's two more questions that I just feel like is important to ask, and then we can move on. It says, will PlayStation VR2 games feature activity cards? I'm a big fan of activity cards, so yes. Similar to the games on PlayStation 5 console, activity cards can be supported on PlayStation VR2 games dependent on the title. So they're pretty much saying dependent on the developer. Also, they're saying here, this is very important, will PlayStation VR games be digitally only, or will they have physical disc release? PlayStation VR2 games will be available on a digital format. Physical disc release for select titles will also be available. So that's huge to a lot of people, because some people want that whole, I want to have the disc. So definitely do your research as far as what they're having a physical release for with some of these games. I think the bigger ones is going to have that physical release, but with VR being so niche, I think you're going to see there's a lot of what can we call it, niche? I'm not too sure, but you're going to see a lot of digital.
Well, PSVR 1 is at about 5.5 million, so I don't know if we count that as niche or not at this point.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
I think.
But yeah, you also have broadcasting and capture features as well here. And I think PlayStation did a wonderful job with the FAQ, similar to what they did with VR 1. But obviously with this, like Persona said, this version of VR is so much more different. That's the comparison. Let me just show you the comparison real quick, guys, of the setup with VR 1 and VR 2, man. If somebody did post a picture of this. Oh, look, she was standing up in the end of the video, right? The showcasing right here. This is what I want to see. That is your setup, VR2. One cord into the console, that's it. If you own a VR console, the first one, you already know this is leaps and bounds improvement. The breaker box. Then you got to put the USB into this, then the HDMI to this HDMI, to the out, to the in, to the in. It was crazy. Then you had to hook up the camera.
Then you had to have the camera, and the camera had to be sitting on top of your TV because it had to be at a higher angle, capture your entire VR headset and you and all this other shit.
Then the PlayStation Move controllers. Make sure you charge those individually and all that.
Oh my god,
man, it was a chore.
That was a dark day. I'm surprised that shit sold 5 million with the way you had to set that thing up.
Facts. That's how intriguing VR is. The fact that a setup like that is selling 5 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all super excited for it. We're definitely going to have our impressions.
Are you picking up VR, Kendra? Are you interested in that or no?
I'm absolutely interested in VR2. I have to be very careful. I'm going to indulge in it before I make the purchase. For, if you know me, I suffer from a little motion sickness, and I got to be very careful health-wise to make sure that I can indulge in. But if I'm good to go, I haven't had any issues for a while. I was even able to get into Modern Warfare 2 with no issues, because that's kind of how I found out I had motion sickness from Modern Warfare 1. So now that hopefully it's subsided, I can get in back into
that
VR.
That game is a sickness just in general, but
yeah, no, right, exactly. But I would. No, my heart would be broken. My heart would be broken if I couldn't indulge in Call of the Mountain. Honestly,
I feel like Call to the Mountain is it's slow enough to where I think it won't trigger your motion sickness too much. But then again, I'm only looking at it from this. I don't really suffer from that, so I think it's unfair for me to even say that per se. But
but you on right on track, Persona. Thank you for mentioning Call of the Mountain because it is officially gone gold. So yeah, this game is officially coming out. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that got their VR units, influencers. Reviewers,
this is my top game, bruh. This is my top.
Has to be.
This is the first game.
Like the first game, the first game I'm playing. Like these are the top 3 games I'm playing when I get my VR in about a week and a half or so. It's going to be Call to the Mountain, then GT7, and then Moss 1, in that order.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I'm in the same vein. I'm in the same vein. Call of the Mountain, GT. Well, I'll be honest with you, Moss, then GT. But GT, really and truly, what I want to do in GT is like when we do online play, I just want to crash in people and see how that feels.
Oh my
I'm gonna keep it a butt, yo. I'm gonna be a reckless driver, and I'm just like, yo, I want to see how this feel in VR because they talking about whole haptic feedback in the head. You looking in the cockpit and all. I want to experience that. Because the GT Sports was cool, but it was a huge departure, like graphically going to VR. It was very not pixelated, but that VR haze look to it. But for what I'm hearing with GT7 and VR2, it's like it's not even a difference.
It's its own experience. Like they're saying like this shit is like one of the best experiences right now.
Yeah,
so that's a huge turnaround in my opinion. So yeah, of course everybody's gonna want to experience, and that's a free update as well. If you already had the game, everybody's gonna want to experience that. But I definitely want to play around and see if I can crash into somebody else. But nah, Call of the Mountain, it went gold, and I'm happy to see that. Visually, this game look amazing. Hopefully, the gameplay is great as well. And yeah, it's definitely gonna be diving in this first. When it comes,
I just want to stand underneath. I just want to stand underneath a tall neck, and I want to get the mathematical, and I'm not good at math, but I want to get the ratio of how big that. I mean, because you see it in the game, and we know how Aloy, you stand next to a Tremortuss, a Thunderjaw, a tall neck, or whatever. But I say tall neck because that's the one that ain't gonna kill you, right? I just want to stand next to it and look up and get that wow feeling of how big, how big these. And when I think of tall neck, I think of a skyscraper, a big building, a huge. You could see it from the distance, right? And because you can, even in the game, you can see it from the distance. And I just want that so bad. These machines are incredible as it is in Horizon Forbidden West.
I want to also feel like I'm excited to try these controllers, especially with a game like Horizon Call to the Mountain, because it's going to have like the haptics and all that. So to be able to feel that I'm actually drawing a bow. And moving around and jump, I'm actually taking because this shit releases on a Wednesday. I'm actually taking off that day.
Same. Well, the Wednesday I got to go in for work, but that Thursday I'm off, and I'm thinking about the Friday as well. But also when it comes to What's Up PlayStation podcast that week, we're gonna have a very fun and special episode for you guys. So don't miss that VR week. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be different. Trust me.
Tune in.
But quick little update with VR as well. We still on the VR page. This game called Pavlov VR. The developer said the game runs 10 times faster on PlayStation VR2 than a 3090 Ti PC VR setup. I just put that there just for Persona, really truly. I really just put it in that Persona could be like, PC. Yeah, but
PC Master Race. That's what they say there.
But yeah, that place, people sleeping. Yo, I've been watching a lot of like PlayStation VR like impressions and stuff like that, and people are saying like they're blown away from it. They're really like the real VR people. That's VR centric channels. You know what I mean? Not just influencers that like iPhones and getting VR.
Right.
Like the real VR people, they're like, yo, this joint is on par.
You know the PC dudes read that, it was like 10% faster than my PC. That's wrong. Got the data.
They gonna mention a 4090 that they don't have. But quick little news.
They even got a 3090. Real talk. Go ahead.
Quickly news as well. Forspoken, huge update coming for Forspoken, because they are listening to a lot of the feedback. So they say thank you to all the players who have enjoyed Forspoken and explored Athia since launch. We have been listening to all your feedback. Absolutely. We have been
I'm sorry.
I'm answering like the developer. Absolutely. No problem.
You're welcome. We had a great experience. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Bari. Go ahead.
And are hard at work and an upcoming patch that will include improvements to overall performance, graphics, playability, and general updates and fixes to the game content across PS5 and various PC hardware configurations. Man, that's big, because in my opinion, what I've been playing Forspoken on is focus quality, 120 hertz, and I feel like that's the best mode to play in right now, in my personal opinion. But there's definitely a certain portion in that game, or a segment or area in that game, that needs to be fixed, and that is with Silas area in that permafrost or perm nos area. Man, when you get into the corrupted area, it frames can definitely be dropping over there. You just be moving, and frames is just all over the place. Get into battle, frames are all over the place. One thing that Forspoken people sleep on is the number of enemies that you're fighting within these areas as well. There's a lot of enemies on screen.
I've got swarmed.
Yeah, like that's like.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Kendra.
No, I was just gonna say I've gotten swarmed. You ain't seen no. Man, I've looked around. I can't even count them. What do we call it? They're not infected. They're the zombies.
Oh, the break zombies. Yeah.
The break zombies. Oh my God. And they kept coming and they kept running. And then they fast. They are fast.
Oh, yeah,
have you ever have one ever ran up on you and be like, whoa, like they come at you, bro.
Yeah, they gang up. Yo, I found there's more than just like one horde, because when I'm traveling in the game, I'm thinking, okay, this is the main horde is in the first region, but I seen one in in Olaf area. There's one in in the last area in Junon. As well, and I'm just like, yo, there's a whole bunch of these, and there's a lot of these joints, man. And then there's the crocodiles as well.
Yep, the crocodiles.
Yo, there was like about 100 crocodiles coming out. I'm like, what?
Yo, there's also certain areas where like when you get into like the break storms, it's like tons and tons of those nightmares.
You can't even count it. You can't even count it. You can't even count
so many, man.
I don't even bother with all of them. I get the hell out of here.
You know what? I gotta ask us on this too, because I know this man's palms are sweaty out in this area. You know that final abomination that you have to get to, and there's like a break storm.
And there's a break storm, never-ending break storm. Yo,
bro, tell me
that almost broke me, bro. That shit almost broke me, bro. Cause like there were certain times where like I'm using the flow trying to get up, and they would like be shooting me off, and I would fall and die, or like I would miss the jump, and like that getting to that boss almost broke me, man.
No cap. This is shameful to say. It took me hours to get there, because it didn't dawn on me that I had to use a certain abilities to get to across certain areas, because I wasn't using it as much at that time. But the game is probably telling you, hey, you should be using this ability, and I'm just like,
it also. Because when I first got there, I thought, all right, this is just another break storm, so let me just fight them until they all disappear. And like Cuff kept saying, yeah, it's best to just move on. It's best to just move on. And I was ignoring him at first, but then he kept saying it, like, let's move on, let's keep going. They're going to just keep spawning. So I'm like, all right, maybe I should just keep going.
It's hard to fight them. It's hard to fight them because there's no real space. Hard.
And then it doesn't tell you where to go. You kind of just gotta follow the path on your own and figure it out. And it's like, yo,
look at the lights.
Oh my God, was that
tough, no cat. It took me a long time, bro. I was like, yo,
it took me a minute to figure out, like, yo, I'm not supposed to be fighting them. I should just keep.
We want the exact hours, Bari. We want the exact hours. How long did it take?
Low key, probably over 3 hours. Low key, because I left the area because I was like, I guess I'm not to come here because I can't get here, and I came back and was like, nah, there's no way. Like, I know this is where you got to go, right? because what's the dude name? What's the website name with the trophy?
Power
Trophy
Picks.
dude? Power Picks.
Power
He
Picks.
has a picture of like, because I'm like, where's the last Abomination? And I know he had to go here, but I didn't know how to get there. I'm just like, yo, I had.
And
to
then you know
use
what's crazy
this
when
ability.
you get past that breakstorm section and you actually get to the actual area, bro. The area is so fucking big. It's just like, yo,
it's hella big.
does this game end, bro? Like, where's the end of the map of this shit, bro?
Nope.
Like, it's just crazy.
Yo, that game,
No ending.
It's a game that always gives, because I'm just like, you open one area and it's like mad stuff that you got. I was like, whoa.
And then even in Olos's area where you got to go fight that dragon abomination, I said, wait, I could ride a whole stream up a mountain to.
Yep.
What?
That one I found by accident too. Cause I was like, hell
This
yeah, I wanna
area
surf.
really is this big, bro?
Yeah,
like,
bro.
What is going? Like, this really is a game made from the ground up for PS5, bro. Like, this world is huge.
Yep. Overwhelmingly huge in the best way, guys.
You know what's
Overwhelmingly in the best
another
way.
huge game, Persona and Kendra?
Oh my god.
God of War. Speculations is going around saying that it could have a huge reveal at Super Bowl this Sunday. So this is not the official PlayStation, I don't think. This is PlayStation Canada, where they put up a post here on, I think it's Instagram or Facebook, saying forecast calls for a blizzard on February 12th, live from PlayStation God of War. And they're saying, hey, the big game. The whole video saying the big. I don't want to play it because I don't know if it's official, but they're saying the whole big game. It's going to be there at the big game. As you see, the stadium is in the stadium, and Thor's hammer is in there. What are your thoughts, man? Is this something that what could they possibly be teasing? I hope it's not. Hey, we're announcing new Game Plus again to give you a date. I hope it's not that.
If it's that, I'm gonna be like, PlayStation, calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Like, you could have just put this out in a tweet. But Eric Williams already said that they weren't going to do DLC, but the success of this game might have changed. Where, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and do some DLC for that real quick. So we might get a confirmation of like, and this is just speculation, but it might just, confirmation of like, oh yeah, some DLC, or they might just give us the date for when, because they did say like, oh yeah, we got some great stuff coming for spring, including New Game Plus centered around God of War, Ragnarok, and I'm like, it's definitely more than just a New Game Plus, because
they're going to add another difficulty mode as well, like a
maybe
God of War Plus mode, like how
or they might allow you to use Thor's hammer, because that's what I thought we would be able to do anyway.
Hey, yo, someone stop playing with me, bro. Yo, I will kick you in your shin right now. Stop playing with me, man. Don't play with me like that, dog. Don't do that.
Because it's Thor's hammer.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, man.
It's Thor's hammer in the stadium. And I already said when we first seen this collector's edition, why put so much emphasis around Thor's hammer and not allow us to use it?
I said the same thing.
That didn't make any sense to me.
The hammer,
don't play.
That didn't make any. That didn't make any sense to me.
Don't
like why put all this like that, emphasis? Hey, real talk. Like if they allow us to use Thor's hammer and say, oh yeah, Thor's hammer will be usable plus New Game Plus and all that, April 20 or March, whatever.
Yo, that's what it could be. It could be through. It could be through that you're playing a DLC with 3. Remember, I called that too.
Yeah, because somebody said his dog through does have the hammer. Yeah. You see that through does have the hammer.
There is a secret. There is a secret scene where when you go to Alfheim, you see through sitting there with the hammer, and then she says, "I'm gonna make you proud, Dad." Picks up the hammer and flies off.
Let
me tickle your fancies real quick. Let me tickle your fancies, okay? I'm gonna tickle your fancies.
That Ravenclaw don't say shit like that, brother. What's going on, man? That's some Slytherin shit. No, that's some Slytherin shit.
Tickle your fancy.
Yo, so what if this whole and Persona? This is alluding to something that you said as well, man. What if this whole live at PlayStation then? Because they got everybody doing this. Do you know what's the dude name that's on Instagram? Yeah, I gotta look at Instagram now. The black dude on Instagram, he a funny dude. Funny dude.
There's plenty of black funny people on
I was
IG. You
about
got
to say, I was like, you got
to be
to
specific.
King
narrow that
Batch.
down a little bit.
King
King
Batch?
Batch. Okay, King
Batch.
Batch.
I don't think he's that funny, but go ahead, continue.
I
No,
know
but
who he is.
he's also doing a commercial. He did a commercial, live at PlayStation commercial, where he's a newscaster, and he's doing it in a funny way. And it's the official PlayStation live at PlayStation thing. What if this whole live at PlayStation, live from PlayStation, matter of fact, is a setup to announce at Super Bowl a showcase coming very soon or next month?
They can use the Super Bowl commercials, to do something like that, an announcement.
If they're going to announce the showcase, it better not say showcase something soon. It better say showcase with a date.
Oh, with a date.
You said very soon. No, a date. It needs a date. Possibly, but
they can use a commercial. They can use a commercial to do that.
No, they can, but I just think the reason why I would entertain that is because it seems not strange, but like, they put a lot of money behind like, this whole live from PlayStation thing with having all these different PlayStation type of things in these different countries. Obviously, I think a lot of that is to let people know PS5s are readily available because they did up their PS5 sales projections for the rest of the fiscal year and the rest of this year in total. But possibly. But then why center that around God of War and not just PlayStation? This seems more God of War focused.
That's the biggest game.
No, but it doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense. It would make more sense for it to be more PlayStation focused than God of War, in my opinion. Even though God of War is,
it could be the Amazon. Is it Amazon or HBO show that they're doing for God of War? It could be something like that.
No, that's very early. I don't think we would get any news for that until probably next year.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I don't know. I think
honestly, I don't know. What do you think, Kendra?
Come on, bring home.
I mean, to do something like this around the Super Bowl with any announcements for God of War, you got to think about it. God of War is it's a very masculine game, right? Kratos is power. And when you think of football is power. So to use the suit, you know what I mean? To use and Kratos is very identifiable even to people who don't game. I always try to consider the people who don't game, right? There's people who are not a part of this world, but are still able to identify certain characters and know where they belong. And I think that's
Ravenclaw energy right there. You go.
See, and to use the Super Bowl, whether it's the commercial or how they choose to announce anything, I don't even want to guess what it is. Anything related to God of War, and to know that I think God of War was the most. You might want to quote, like, find out the exact. I don't want to mess up, but I think God of War was the most sold PlayStation bundle. It outsold the Horizon Forbidden West bundle, and they're still readily available. Those are the ones that we see. And now the PlayStations are available, like Persona said. That's the one that people kind of go for. So to tie that in, to say, hey guys, PlayStations are available and God of War comes in the bundle and this is masculine and we can announce something. It's a good concept. What that is exactly, I have no idea. But it is going to be interesting to find out what we're gonna get, if it's real. If it's real. I'm gonna keep my expectations flat. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it flat. If we don't get anything, I'm not gonna be disappointed. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna create something, a feeling that's not there.
You know what I can say though? That's a guarantee. The PlayStation Nation gonna be watching that game. I know that.
Facts. Yeah. They're gonna be watching the game. They're gonna stay tuned in, whether they like the teams or not, whether they give a damn about football or not, just to find out if something is going to be announced for God of War. So also, they definitely got the players' attention.
Also, let us know in the chat, guys, who you got winning the Super Bowl. Let us know.
But, my team didn't make it.
Yeah, my team didn't make it either. But
we lost the NFC Championship.
Quick little announcement as well from Nacon. They're doing a Connect March 9th where they're going to be announcing or having a live stream event. So that's another event that is not PlayStation. Definitely, y'all know. So the publisher Nacon, they will be announced that they're having Nacon Connect, and they got some interesting games coming too, man. Because I'm highly interested in this RoboCop game, to be honest with you. That Golem game, I'm not really interested in that, but just thought it was interesting that they're actually doing their own live stream and their own event, because Nacon, they kind of growing as far as like a publisher. A lot of their games are coming out, people are liking their games, or people are interested in their games, and I'm going to be tuning in for this, man. I don't know, I'm going to be tuning in. I want to see this RoboCop. I want to see more of that when it's coming out, because all these games have been announced, but they got no release dates. So anybody interested in these games?
I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune in and check it out for sure. See what's cracking with it. I'm curious. It has my curiosity.
I only care about the RoboCop and that Raven game.
Yeah, I know. We'll see.
RoboCop back in the day. Y'all don't know nothing about no RoboCop.
But that game was kind of crazy.
We need a good RoboCop game, man. Hopefully this delivers. Yeah. All right, so let's get into this Star Wars Jedi Survivor gameplay here. So we have IGN showcasing their IGN, what you call it again? IGN First, where we have Jedi Survivor being showcased here. And just to keep it simple, the game looks amazing, yo. It looks really good, man. It looks really good. Combat wise, dual lightsabers. You got me. You can combine them into the one lightsaber like Darth Maul, looking amazing. You know, that's one thing I did like about the first game, is that you have a different play style when you switch up your I'm gonna call it stances, even though it's not called stances, but just to be streamlined, the stances with the lightsabers. You have a different type of gameplay to be used with it. So yeah, Jedi Survivor just looked like a bigger, grander experience. And also the good thing about this game, they said that you can backtrack as well, something that the first game didn't really have. Which, you know, that just showcase the power of these current gen systems and what. What's your thoughts? Survivor.
It's going to be in my house. My husband is a huge Star Wars. I don't even call it nerd. I don't even know what you guys. I don't know what you guys call yourselves. Nerds, Star Wars geeks, fanatics. Geeks. Yeah, like whatever. Yeah, like he is huge. He plays the first. I am not. Oh God, I'm about to get canceled. I'm about to literally get kicked off the podcast. It is not that I'm not a Star Wars fan. I've never been a person that's been into a lot of like space and stuff like that. I am into The Mandalorian. I am into that, but I am in a house of huge Star Wars fans. It will be played on the family room PlayStation 5. I will see this game, and my husband is going to live his best life in this game, and I'm excited for the players. The game looks absolutely beautiful, flawless. Matter of fact, the game is something I would play even not knowing a lot about, you know what I'm saying, all the Star Wars. I know there's some of the basics, but it's a big open world. You can get into it. You can play. You probably don't even need a lot of the history. I'm hoping not. But it'll be in my house. I can't wait to see it.
This is a new character they're introducing an original story. Obviously you're gonna have lore elements here, but I don't necessarily think you have to know Star Wars, 100% to play this game.
Yeah,
but I'm
kind of like
sure
a Hogwarts thing.
Yeah, you know certain lore aspects and things like that. But
yeah, I'm definitely. It has my eyebrow raised. Yeah, that was nice. I'm looking at it. It's here. It's here. I will have access to it. And I would be lying if I said I wouldn't be tempted to pick it up and play it for myself. If I can take it away from the man, that's gonna be harder to get in the game if I can take it away from him. But yeah,
your husband is a man of culture already. He's a Ravenclaw, and he likes Star Wars.
Oh, yes. This guy, listen.
I can have a brewski with that man.
Of course, absolutely. This guy wants to go. You go to Disneyland, you take the family, and his first thing is said, "I want to go to Star Wars Land." so I can build my own lifesaver. You know, those lifesavers at Star Wars Land is like $200-300 some dollars, which is fine. But it's, you know, the kids be like, oh yeah, you know, go to the family. He's like, I want to go build my own lifesaver.
He got his own
I want that
mission.
lifesaver. Yeah, he has his own personal agenda and things that he want to do. So yeah, he's huge with Star Wars.
As he should. Star Wars is one of the greatest franchises and movies of all time.
Thanks.
I will agree.
What's your thoughts, Persona?
Incredible. This, you know, I'm really excited for this, and you know, I love the first game so much. Platinumed it twice. The second time a lot easier than the first. You already know.
10
PS5.
seconds?
Yes, sir. 10 seconds. That's how great the game is. But you know, even though the first one had its problems, it still was a very great story. I like Cal Kestis as a character, and I like BB-8 as well. So yeah, this is definitely a game that is really, really high on my radar in terms of, like, you know, excitement and whatnot. So this is absolutely a day one, and I can't wait for this. And this gameplay looks great. It looks so much more advanced than the first game. Like Cal, you know, because I said this on my tweet. Cal looks like a more experienced Jedi here. You know, he's dual wielding. He's using more of his force powers in a more offensive way as opposed to defensive. In the first game, a lot of what he was doing when it came to his force abilities were more defensive, or, like, you know, stopping the enemy and doing this and doing that. But this looks like it's definitely much more offensive in terms of how he's approaching combat situations, which I'm really excited.
When a master.
Yep.
And
Deborah Wilson gonna be in here as well, so I'm excited.
The world itself just looks amazing. This is like one of my most anticipated games this year as well. And you know, I mean, it got delayed to April, which I'm a little disappointed. But at the end of the day, I can't wait to play. Yo, when Persona was like, "Yo, Star Wars Jedi Survivor videos up," and I was like, "What?" You know what I mean? Went right to it. So the IGN first. Typically, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of IGN first. I think they do a horrible job explaining games. They just be doing their first little segment. Here's Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Then, okay, gameplay. Not explaining nothing that's going on. You know what I mean? So, but this is a game that I'm excited. I don't need no explanation. I'm gonna be playing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be playing it. So we Gucci.
Yeah. It looks fire. It really does. It looks really good.
Yep. Super excited for that one. Another Shuhei. We gotta talk about my man Shuhei real quick. Shuhei is out here doing wonderful things for the indie scene once again, giving us his spotlights for 4 upcoming indie games. And one of them I'm super excited for. So big shout out to Shuhei Yoshida is highlighting these indie games. I think he's doing a great job with highlighting these games, because last year he was on point with those indies last year. So the first game we have here is, oh no, is this the right article? Oh no, yeah, Ironwood's the Pacific Drive game. I think this was shown in the first show, one of the showcases, or the state of play.
It was shown at a state of play.
Yeah, that PlayStation had. The car driving game, which they said is kind of hardcore and all that stuff. I'm kind of good in this game. It could be a great game. I'm not knocking it, but as far as my interest level, it's not as high as up there like the other game I'm watching now. But what about you guys? This tickle your fancy?
Doing this tickle your fancy.
Wannabe ass Ghostbusters game. I'm good.
The car.
I'm not interested.
All right, so that's the first game there. That is Pacific Drive. The second game I'm excited for, Ethernights. This is like the love dating sim JRPG game, or is it JRPG or is it Chinese RPG game?
I think this is a Chinese RPG.
But yeah, this is them finally showing some of the combat elements here, and it is an action RPG game, and it looks good. It looks super good. Very similar to like Persona, where you're dealing with the days. You know, pretty much having like a daily thing that you be doing, or daily routines, you know, jobs, you know, but you want to have
it's a combat game mixed. Oh, okay, you were going into, I was gonna say it's a combat game mixed with a dating sim as well.
Absolutely. Look at chat there, boss.
Dating sim.
Yep.
Pretty much. So taking your Persona confidants to a next level here with this game. As these huggers. Listen, we vibing on this game for sure, man. I'm vibing.
Yeah, this is day one. I'm feeling this, man.
I have to look at. I like this. I like the dating sim aspect of it. The combat looks amazing. I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna look into it. The datings. I like simming games, simming aspects in game because I love the Sims. I'm a hardcore simmer. If you didn't know that, I am a big fan of the Sims. So yeah, anytime I can find elements like that, it's always gonna raise an eyebrow for me. Just to tap in and see what's
Kratos. Yo, Kratos, man. Hey, yo, Kratos, man. Yo, listen, brother. I'm gonna need your shins, man. Shout out to Kratos99 gifting 5 What's Up PlayStation memberships. So Ghostface, PlayStation Rewind, name redacted, funny name. Just Wait, Shake Capo. Welcome to the WUPS Nation. Use those emotes, spam those things in the background. Oh, and did I say Ghostface? Or did I miss Ghostface?
I think you said Ghostface.
Yeah, I think you said
it. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm liking the art style of F Nice. It looks cool. It looks very intriguing. And I'm gonna be vibing with it, man. I'm gonna be vibing with this game. I like it.
It looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Really good.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Animal Well. I think they showcased this game as well in one of the state of plays. I'm good.
I'm sorry.
It's just guilt. It's just guilt.
We appreciate Shuhei though. But this game though, I'm kind of interested. Pixel Junk Scrappers Deluxe. Looks interesting. Let me play the trailer.
Oh yeah, this Pixel Junk Scrappers game. This is definitely gonna be like a really fun game that you play with friends or like a fun stream game because you pretty much are a garbage man, and the whole premise of the game is to try to pretty much get garbage into the garbage truck quicker than the other team. And it's like other cool like game modes and stuff like that as well. It's not just that, but that's like the like a very high foot overview of it. But it looks really dope, man. This definitely
it's like a party fun game.
Yeah,
yeah. This is definitely like a party fun, like a game night game that you would do like your community or some shit like that. And it's up to 4 players.
They absolutely become like they're very popular type games. I can see. I agree with you 100%. Where you can see people like doing content creation, just off of these games like that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's coming to
Gotta love the party fun games. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me get these super chats real quick before you continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to DC, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says they are getting people familiar with Kratos before they announce the TV show. Massive audience watching the Super Bowl. That's a good theory hypothesis. And shout out to Viper, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says going to Philly right now. Going to watch the bowl at a friend's house. Born and raised. Go Philadelphia Eagles. Fire. I think the spread is in 49ers though. I'm not sure. I forget.
A lot of people.
And then
Eagles, I think, is a safe bet. To be honest with you. A lot
so the Niners are the under.
No, it's Eagles and Chiefs. A lot of people going
with.
I'm
thinking Niners Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs.
A lot of people
because I'm a Niner fan and we should have been there.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
A lot of people are going with the Chiefs as well because the Mahomes factor, but. The Eagles is a very complete team, man. That's gonna be hard. I want Mahomes to win just for his legacy, but I ain't dumb. Eagles is gonna be a tough win. It's to beat them.
Game.
And then shout out to D Truth, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, "Keep up the good work, guys." And shout out to Kendra.
Hey, thank you.
And then shout out to Chuck with the super chat. He says they trying to put Persona in the garbage truck. LMFAO.
Oh man, not Persona. Garbage truck.
No, Chuck. Your Street Fighter 6 skills is in that truck.
There it is. Police. There it is. Such a Hufflepuff thing to do, right? Just the evil. No,
Hufflepuff energy. Nah, Chuck
energy.
Chuck
a Hufflepuff too, man. Chuck a Hufflepuff.
Yo, facts.
Okay.
Wait, no, you trying to say that in a negative? Get up. Yo, y'all gonna put some respect on that Hufflepuff name. You heard? Hufflepuff gang in the building. Hufflepuff Nation. You heard?
They aggressive. Those little badgers are aggressive, aren't they, Bari? They just real.
Very, very aggressive. That's why they're getting bullied in Hogwarts.
Right.
Bruh, you
you
got
see it?
paws
You
with
see
no
it?
nails, and you got a snake with no fangs.
Oh,
and you got
Lord.
roaches in your common room, Kendra.
Oh,
you are in no
no.
position to talk.
Yo,
You got
can we
roaches in your common room.
can we view everybody's common room, or is this like
Yeah.
You can go.
It's in specific areas of.
Uh-huh.
You know, you got to find it.
I haven't looked at everybody's thing yet. But the trailer in the background that's playing is Wild Hearts. This is the latest trailer.
This was a great trailer too, man. I love this trailer. This was a good trailer.
It's a CG cinematic trailer showing the kimono. I think they call them the monster.
Yeah, kimono. Yes.
Yeah, man. And this is coming out very soon, February 17th. Super excited for this game. It's pre-ordered.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be one of those fun stream games as well, man.
Yeah.
I just wanted to showcase the latest trailer. 'Cause I thought the trailer was dope.
Yeah,
And the explanation and the CG and stuff. But yeah, I need that katana. I like that katana height. Ooh, I can't.
It's this part right here. Look at this part. Look at that. Oh, that is amazing. I don't even know what. That was dope.
It looked like it's gonna have some Fortnite elements in here, man. Building up those little fortresses and things and whatnot. So we're definitely gonna see with Wild Hearts. But I think this game is gonna be a hit, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah, looks good. Got my attention.
But yeah,
I'm there day one, man. 100%.
If you made it this far in the show, here's your trophies. We appreciate you guys, man. We don't want to be too long out here in these gaming streets. But we appreciate you guys, man, for rocking out with us. We are going to the topic segment of the show. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Persona. I'm gonna be like, what is it, Dave? What is it? What are you gonna be asking about, Dave? What are you gonna be asking about, Dave?
Because it is pretty late in the afternoon. So what we could do is we could save the membership topics for next week, and then we could just do your topic.
That man was reading my mind. Oh shit!
Yeah, that's good.
That's some Ravenclaw energy right there. I feel
he got it. Right?
You picked the wrong house. You picked the wrong house, man. But yo, big shout out to everyone that.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, shout out to the members who did give us some topics. Honestly, I didn't think the show would go this long, but whenever you vibing out, it just happens that way. But I looked at the time and it's 2:30, so yeah. But got to be respectful.
30. It's only 11:21 here.
Got to be respectful of Kendra's time and everything. So
yeah, Kendra still got to eat breakfast.
One topic.
Oh no, I've been real talk. I've been eating. So if you haven't,
I believe it. Absolutely. I just munched down on some chips real quick.
She's the Lego my ego.
I'm good. I know how to do these things. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me, guys.
All right. So what we'll do is next week it'll be membership topics for sure. And we'll just do the one topic Bari put for this week, and then we'll get up out of here.
Yeah, because the question I have is a pretty simple question. Just let's talk to the PlayStation Nation, how they feeling. With all these showcases being announced and happening for other platforms, Xbox got their what's it called, the developer direct. Nintendo had their direct. Even hell, Nacon.
I know nothing of Xbox. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Look,
I know nothing. Everybody getting their showcases out here. PlayStation doing a lot of campaigns and leading up to certain things. But as the PlayStation Nation, should we be jealous that we're the only fans? I meant to put that in,
only fans
in quotation. That's like a joke. But
wait a second. Guys,
we the only fans. This guy is crazy, boy. This guy is out of here.
I missed it though. I missed the execution, so it didn't work.
Guys,
it worked. Trust me, it worked.
We are the only fans yet to receive a showcase this year. Should we be jealous? Kendra, talk to me.
I don't know how to be jealous. I don't know how to be jealous, guys. That's just that simple. I don't know how to be jealous because in order for you to be jealous, right, you have to look over and see something better than what you have. Oh. And because I don't see that, I don't know how to be jealous. I don't.
That was Hey, hold up. Hey,
yo,
hey,
no lie, I was not expecting that, but that is bars. That is fire.
Hey, yo, real talk. Where my book? Let me write that shit down real quick.
Sorry.
Hey, yo.
I didn't know where she was going, but the picture was painted. The picture was
she
painted.
landed that perfect. Kendra landed that perfect. All right. I'm still in that. I'm still in that. I'm gonna use that in real life. Like, what's real shit? Hey, yo, that was fire. That was bars.
Sorry.
That was bars.
I mean,
that was bars.
It is what it is, guys. I mean, I don't know how to be jealous. I don't see anything greater than what I have. I mean, I'm gonna say it like I always do. We are quality. And I love quality, guys. I love having and that woman. If you guys dating got women, we love the best of the best. I mean, and that's what we are. That's what we have. And it's no knock to anything else. There's no knock to any other this can go real left. I'm gonna keep it real classy. Everybody, they all do their things and they're all great. They all feel and believe that they're great for what they do, and that's facts. We can talk about, I can get on all the great things that I love about Nintendo, or I can get on a lot of great things I love about, but there's something about PlayStation that they really consider us as gamers. And you can tell with the games that they put out and the quality, even to go back to the video. I mean, PlayStation paid for her to get her nails done because they believe in that quality. You will represent us well. We will make sure they are visually satisfied with the greatness. If they see our quality, then they can feel that they're going to always get that quality. And that's just an old feeling that I have being older, but it's important to me. And that's just what I go by. And because I feel that I have the best again, I don't know how to be jealous. I have the best.
That was fire, low key. That was fire.
I'm sorry. I mean, because it could go real left, and I don't like to shit on anything, right? People have their preferences, and I do, but just to make it clean and classy, it just is what it is. And if you feel the way I do, then you know exactly where I'm coming from.
I feel you.
It's that simple.
I don't know why you gonna follow that.
Then she gave the laugh at the end. That's crazy.
Hey,
that little snarky evil little. I'm better than you laugh.
He said, sorry.
The Slytherin laugh. No,
hey, I can't top that. I was gonna go on a different approach. I was gonna go on a little rant, but I feel good now. Real talk. I feel good because that was a great answer. Or Persona, what's your feeling, man? What's your vibes? What's the vibes?
I feel like anything I say, it's gonna be some I'm jealous type shit. Like,
no, I shouldn't have laughed. I'm sorry, guys.
Real talk, Kendra shut the show down with that. I can't respond to that because I agree 100% with what Kendra's saying. I will say this. PlayStation definitely need to do a fucking showcase, man. Like, I ain't gonna cap.
Absolutely.
They definitely need to do a showcase. They definitely need to show something. But I don't feel. I do agree. Like I don't feel like looking at like Xbox or Nintendo or whatever. I'm not jealous of shit. But PlayStation fans have definitely been waiting for a minute, especially since we didn't get our usual showcase in September. And there's still a lot of things that we need to see from a lot of PlayStation studios. We know about some of the partnerships. We know about Deviation. We know about Firewalk, Haven. We know about Final Fantasy 16, Forspoken. We know about all of that, but I want to know about PlayStation. We know about Spider-Man 2 coming out this fall. That's great. I'm excited. Show us some gameplay. Like, let's get a little bit more of that. Let's see what's going on with factions. I've been waiting on factions for 3 years. Let's get some updates on that. So I definitely think they definitely need to speak up and give us something. 100%.
Yeah, that part I can agree on. We would love to see all those things, but to say to be jealous, no, because at the end of the day, we're gaming, right? I mean, we are gaming good, right? And we don't have time. We don't have time to really be jealous, even if we do or don't get. right? Because we're eating so good. I can't even look at the next plate if my plate is full with everything that I need, want, and like, right? So I don't really care about these showcase. I feel like we would love to see everything that we see, but maybe, they need it. Again, that's really shitty to say. This is gonna go real left, but it is facts. We're still gonna eat good regardless. We're still gonna be good, and there's no reason to be jealous of Xbox. There's no reason to be jealous of Nintendo. We're on a whole different level, and it is what it is. And the reason why people get so passionate and emotional about it and want to combat and have these wars, because their feelings are hurt. It's just that simple. Who's jealous of who, really? So. But again, I sound like a Slytherin and a bad guy. Take me off. Look, just cancel. I'm sorry. Again, I apologize.
Oh, Kendra the villain. But
I mean,
really and truly though, you are definitely preaching, and I agree with your sentiments. But yeah, I just want PlayStation to show what first party is doing, really and truly. Like, there's a lot of third party games that I'm interested in as well. Like, heck, we got Stellar Blade running, or Stellar Yams, aka Stellar Yams.
Stellar Yams. I was just about to say, get it right. Stellar Yams.
In the background. And it's another game I feel like most likely going to need like a showcase as well to show like a demo, 12-minute demo of what's going on with the game and how to play it, like an actual breakdown, not no IGN first. You know what I mean? Like something like what they did with Horizon. I feel like that was amazing what they did with Horizon. They had a little state of play, and those breakdowns showing gameplay with Sunny Legend and all that stuff. I love that. And
especially with Stellar Blade, because that's a PlayStation published title. So technically that falls in that first party realm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, this is definitely, then we, Call Valarius, Lost Soul Aside. There's a lot of first party titles that's floating around that PlayStation needs to give us like really big details on, especially, we were supposed to be supposedly getting 2 live service games at the start of this year. We still don't, there's still nothing of that.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where I'm kind of just like, I get it. PlayStation has been doing a lot because we have been getting a lot of great games and things like that. Like, it's not like we want for anything when it comes to the gaming side. That's not the issue. The issue is we want to see what's going on behind the scenes. We want to know what's coming in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, that is pretty much the show for episode 114. Appreciate everyone that came through, that gave a like, super chat, that's commented in the chat. We appreciate you guys, man. Showing love to What's Up PlayStation podcast, also showing mad respect and love to Kendra as well as our special guest this week.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate it. So if you guys made it this far, you know the vibes and how we get down. Here's a platinum trophy.
Hey.
And just because you know the vibes, we double it up.
Shout out to the Platty Waddies, the platinums out here. You feel me? Shout out to the platinums.
But yo, Kendra, let the people know what's going on with you. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can support you. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you are cool people within this community. And
thank you.
I wish nothing but the best for you. Me and Persona wish nothing but the best for you as far as what you're doing, your future endeavors, especially if it comes to content creating or podcasting. We got your back here at What's Up PlayStation.
Thank you, guys. Oh my, it was so much fun being here with you guys today. And what's up to everybody in the super chat, all the love. I see it. It's so overwhelming in the best way, emotional, because I love all of you guys and thank you for the support. I don't know, maybe one day I me and Persona, he had a conversation with me. He's pushing me in a direction that he's raising my eyebrows in some things and that I never thought about before, But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on anything in the future. But as for now, you can find me on Twitter at KS_Mac83. I am there hanging out, talking about these games, playing Hogwarts. That's what I'm about to be doing. That's the conversation for a while, guys. And I'm sorry in advance. I'm really sorry, Advance. I'm sorry for the shares, the PS, all the screens, all the Hogwarts Legacy stuff that you guys gonna be seeing on my page. I apologize in advance, but I am sorry, not sorry. But yeah, that's what's going on. Just these games, keeping up with these games. Excited for 2023. God, we just still gonna be eating so good. Just the first half, right? So it's let's go with it. Absolutely. With 2023. Yeah. And thank you guys for having me.
Definitely gonna follow Kendra. Her Twitter is in the descriptions if you guys missed out on that. And yeah, definitely gonna support these good peoples within the community. And yeah, want to see her grow and get much more support. Dope people in the community, man.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, being a special guest, platinum trophy.
Thank you. I love the trophy.
Persona.
Yo,
keep it so NY.
Yes, sir. So first
keep
off, man,
keep it so NY like them boys that made PlayStation.
That's a very old school. That's very old school what he just did. If you've been following us for years, you know where that's from. Shout out to the council days, man. First off, man, Kendra,
you already know. We gotta represent the greatest nation. I ain't do that in a long time.
It's been a long time, brother. It's been a long time.
He fall for it every time.
That is funny.
First off, Kendra, we definitely appreciate you, coming through to the show, rocking out with us, man. The vibe was always good, chopping it up with you. You're a good person out here in this community. We rock with you heavy. And the chat love you, man. The chat, they saying, yo, Persona Bari, y'all need to make Kendra a regular on the show. Like they love you. I've told you this before, man. Like even on ladies' night, ladies' night, they was loving you. Kendra said, yo, Kendra got to come back. Persona. So yeah, listen.
She keep it real, yo. She's raw. Yeah. She's raw and unfiltered with it, but it's love from it.
Yeah.
It is.
And so like definitely, if you need some help with that content creation stuff, if you decide to do it, if you decide to do a podcast, whatever, I already got you. You already know.
It'll be a dope. I will keep it. Y'all got the gaming, but if y'all want to come in and vibe with me and talk with me, have a combo out here on the West Coast in Cali, in Los Angeles, we you cousins, everybody's cousins, right? So if you want to be Kendra's cousins, which that got a little ring to it, right?
I like
Kendra's cousins with a K, right?
Yeah.
I treat you like my cousins. We sit down, we talk, have a drink, vibe, we talk about anything. If
don't give away too many of the secrets because motherfuckers be stealing ideas out here. So we can be careful. Tread like
that. Got the chuletas on with the socks. And just
yeah, just it's
chancleta.
Chanclas.
That's the Spanish. That's the Spanish version. We don't say that. Mm-hmm. We say that chancleta. Now I'm saying it the correct way.
See,
the chuletas.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we talk about that. Talk about that good stuff. That might be what I need to do.
But shout out to Kendra, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the new members, man. A lot of y'all became members today, man. New members today. Shout out to the super chat. Shout out to the subscribers, the lurkers, people who just finding our channel and content. We appreciate y'all as well, rocking out with us every Saturday morning on here on What's Up PlayStation Podcast. As for me, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm really addicted on this Hogwarts Legacy. It's so much content that I want to put out, but it's also so many games that I want to play. So I'm kind of choosing gaming over the content right this second. But I promise, guys, stick with me. I promise. I the reviews, the my thoughts on a lot of shit, I'm gonna put it out. I really just want to get through some of these games, and there's so much coming out. So y'all know though, y'all know what it is. But DualSense, my thoughts. I'm gonna put my thoughts out on that. Forspoken, put my thoughts out on that. DualSense, I'm gonna do an unboxing for that. Put my thoughts out. There's a lot of stuff I'm gonna do. It's just I want to get through some of these games right now. VR. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where it is right now. But definitely do appreciate everybody rocking out with us, man. You can follow me on Twitter at Persona Speaks. Also follow the official What's Up PlayStation Twitter channel at WUPS Podcast. Yes. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I hope y'all
WUPS merch as well.
Oh, WUPS merch.
Get some merch, some t-shirts, some hoodies.
Hey.
WUPSmerch.com. WUPSmerch.com. Links is in the description. Definitely go check out the store. We definitely gonna have a couple of new designs this year throughout the year. Some cool drops.
Absolutely.
For the community. So definitely be on the lookout for that as well. And always remember, guys, man, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. And we'll see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, same crew, the WUPS crew. It's me, your boy Persona. And I'm out, guys. Peace.
Yeah, definitely
Bye,
tune in.
guys.
Definitely tune in next Saturday, guys, as we do the members topics. Just due to personal reasons and time. Definitely gonna have to end the show here. But we appreciate everyone that have commented their comments, but it also gives all the new people that is new WUPS Nation members some time to comment any topics they would like us to talk about next week. But we appreciate all the love and support. Hit the like button, guys, if you enjoyed the podcast. And yeah, share the stream out. Subscribe. If you're just laying back down there and not subscribed, Jay, you want us to earn your subscription. Hopefully we earned it today. But thank you once again, and we'll holler at you guys next week. We gone.
Bye.